you a bit.
With that, would everyone please open up the Google Docs and check if you would like to what we saw last week. If you don't want to, that's your choice.
Oh, no,
Fuck
the
learning
lore.
what we did last week.
Not the Google Docs.
Not the lore. Why are you doing this to me?
No,
What lore?
I can't read.
I've never done lore a day in my life.
I've never done lore before.
Never, not once. I'm purely here to be the comedic relief. That's it.
That is my only
whole
job.
Everyone's job here is to be comedic relief. There's a singular lore person.
Who even is the serious person here?
Not here. The typical lore person is Golai or Fang, which he is not available today. But granted, despite not having a lore person, we will continue exactly where we left off, where some crazy shit happened last week, and everyone, well, not everyone, but the people involved are by the shoreline with a few random human soldiers just looking upon this beautiful sky that seems to reflect the ocean. I don't recall if we immediately took any rests or if we just ended immediately afterward.
Based on my health, we did not.
It was
Yeah.
we just ended after the fight, I believe.
I'm almost out of spell slots, so I'm pretty sure we didn't take a rest.
Oh,
Yeah, not
boy.
yet.
Well, you guys are by the shoreline. The hippo artificer laying on, well, not laying, but leaning against a tree, very much injured, cannot move one of his arms, tended to by the other two players that were in the combat. Of course, they have a few allies nearby, including the human soldiers, the large human Percival, and we can't quite pin where they came from, but Gareth, who seems to be a fairy. What does anyone like to do?
We ain't getting shit out of commission Hippo. He's a bit fucked.
Everyone
What
just go
about that
back to
bag?
bed.
Everyone go back to bed. Nothing happened.
Let's take a little
Sigma,
snooze on the
Victoria,
beach.
Queen Zero
Oh,
said Sigma is
sleepy
past TF out. Sigma, Victoria, Queen Zero said LOL.
Oh, Sugma passed out despite not taking damage. If I recall correctly, Bofa is bald.
I'm bald.
Yes. Bald!
I am temporarily bald and cannot get drunk.
Bald.
The drunk part doesn't matter.
I was so excited to go back to the Binkies.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, huh?
You missed
Oh, yeah.
quite a bit. As for right now, these guys that I'm currently talking about are in Norwich, across the coast of where you guys currently are, because they were doing business, and business involved a giant tree in the ocean.
Very businessy business, too.
Of course. But if I recall correctly, you are still in Salisbury. The bears and Golai are passed out in the room. There's just a few random like bags and purses littered across the floor. But you are left virtually completely alone. To your knowledge. We'll let the folks on the beach take their long rest, considering one of them's passed out, one of them can barely move, and the other is bald.
I don't know if this will fix my baldness. Probably not, but
It was
24
24
hours
hours,
bald.
yeah. It'll regrow It'll regrow by the time those 24 hours are up. Well, is there anything you'd like to do there?
Sugma, Victoria, Queen Zara said by the next long rest Buffet's hair
You
is
guys
back
can have my
lol.
voice for once, because I'm also doing homework.
Love.
What is there to do?
That was
I
Dustin's
don't know
excuse
what
why
to
he
do.
couldn't be here.
You guys have school?
Yeah. They're colleague people.
I'm over here applying for one.
That's nice.
I hate being a colleague person.
Dang.
I want to drop out, but then I'd get deported.
I just live in Fantasyland.
Hmm.
It's a nice place. Well, everyone on the beach, make sure to take your long rests. Have you adjusted the things you needed to, Hippo Man?
What else do I need to adjust?
Okay.
Te-
Well,
tell me what I need to do.
you were the one that imposed these things on yourself.
Yeah, I know that. I just don't have my advantages.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure. Advantage gone.
At least remember that. I'm not a complete idiot.
Okay, cool. I didn't remember if you did something with your health or not. Yep, but the next long rest, Bofa will have their hair back. The alcohol thing takes a bit longer. I
Sadly.
believe it was like 7 days or something.
I was like 20, I think.
Oof! Most of your time here.
Yeah.
Most of the time before the calamity arises.
Unfortunately.
Well, the great one. You guys kind of just fought a calamity. So stressful, your hair falls out. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
And then Sugma is passed out.
Nope, I am awake now.
I meant the character.
No, she's awake now.
Well, what's she doing?
Staying past the fuck.
Good
Okay.
job.
Let me take that long rest. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Well, I did cut you off earlier on accident. Was there something you wanted to do there? Or are you going to just stick to homework for right now?
I'm just alone by myself and wherever I am, right?
Yes, you are currently in the room with Ngolai sleeping. The 3 rat bear things are sleeping. You guys are still back in Salisbury.
I will leave Golai and the 3 bears. I don't know
Okay.
where I'm going, but I'm leaving.
Damn.
Stepping over all of the random bags and purses you don't recognize on the floor, you leave the room without waking anyone.
It's like,
These should be outside in the carriage.
Deez is almost there. He's on his way back.
Yeah, we did send him without reckless endangerment.
You're right.
this
Yeah,
time.
we set him at a reasonable speed.
Reasonable speed, oh no. How tragic.
Would never
Yeah.
happen.
We didn't go at reckless endangerment today. Oh,
Yeah, we wanted him safe.
Unfortunately.
we didn't want him falling out of the carriage, I guess. Yeah.
Or puking all over red hair.
We don't know how much health he had left.
Oh, that too. Oh shit.
He's like almost dead.
Like one hit, I believe.
Yikes.
That's a lie. I did say how much his exact health was.
Yeah, one hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at 1 hit point.
Holy shit.
So
My
stepping
bad.
outside that room, where there's literally no one to be found. Both rooms to the sides are empty. The room that everyone helped clean out the other day is mostly cleared out. Mike is downstairs in the kitchen, and you can just hear the bustling outside of people. Random Fae people. And then if ever you want me to switch attention off of you, that I can do rather quickly. Because there's technically a third party here that I haven't acknowledged yet.
Huh?
Huh? What?
You and your mysteriousness, I swear to God.
Why do you think Daniel?
Not that mysterious. Yeah,
Why
we've-
do why do you think the dwarf is here? He's with the Giga Mimic, man.
Fair point.
I'm over here. Last time I remember, I was taken away consensually by a giant mimic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were being
You
a
guys got
dweeb.
your invitation and returned back to Oxford. I'm going to question real quick: is Oxford's weird fighting competition over after days?
Joke's on you, it's never over.
Got it. They fighting. They fighting. They want their grand prizes, and their grand prizes kill them.
Yeah, pudding.
Yeah.
Gotta love pudding.
Yeah, God's gift.
No,
By that
God's
logic,
gift.
God is the mimic.
I just had to.
God's gift that he stole from a cafeteria of a school. Stole like 5 or 6 industrial size pudding boxes.
Yeah, don't you know about the Adam and Eve pudding?
Adam and Eve pudding. Is that what you call
don't
your
know about
Adam's
that.
apple? You just refer to your Adam's apple as a pudding?
Yes.
Okay, making sure. Okay. Well, is there anything the Mimic and the Dwarf are doing?
The mimic's doing what he does best and is waiting for just watching the wargs fight until maybe something that goes up to fight catches his interest.
Okay. Okay, I have a good way of handling this. Is there anything in particular already up there, like, waiting for an opponent?
I'll pass that question to the dwarf first. Does the dwarf want to be up there?
Yes.
Alright, the
Okay,
dwarf's
the-
up there.
The dwarf's on a stage. We'll have a quick fight before we continue, I suppose. Okay. So, up on the stage, in front of the wargs in attendance, some of them in their seats dead after having some fun pudding with each other, but some of them remain alive, just watching on. And on the stage, there is the dwarven Rockhead, fighting for his pudding, which he can actually eat without dying in comparison to the weird furry fairies. The dwarf is celebrating his recent victory over an actual warg, one of the large werewolf-like creatures. Oh,
Huzzah!
Um, I don't know why I expected anything other than just the huzzah. Okay. There's just this sort of rambunctious, loud yelling and cheering from the crowd as they just enjoy the fighting going on. And just another short individual gets on the stage, like maybe Rockhead's height. And then there's just a big old smile on this, like, what looks like halfling's face. Hello there.
Hi.
Are you fighting?
Yes, I am. Are you
Good.
fighting?
I think I'll fight you.
We share common goals. Let's fight.
Okay. And then right where his hand is, he just sort of flexes his fingers, and then it turns into a sword. Like his entire arm begins a sword.
Wow, that's pretty nifty.
Can you
if
do
you
that?
could see, I can turn mine into a fist.
Okay, that's cool.
That's just
But-
right hook him immediately.
Okay, go right ahead.
What do I roll?
An attack roll. If you go over to, because you just want an unarmed strike, yeah. No, you're right
Okay.
hooking him in the face. All right, go right ahead.
So... Oh no, a 7.
He, as soon as you like unleash your right hook, the guy just sort of ducks beneath you really quickly and makes a return strike here. What is your armor class?
Armor class. Let me look. 10.
Oh, okay. With this 11, they catch you on the chin really quickly, and you will, take... Where the fuck is it? Okay, that's 3 damage, and then the second, strike from the rebound, that actually misses. So as soon as they duck beneath you, they sort of catch your like chin just at the edge with their own punch, but with their regular hand, and try to swipe at you with their sword hand, but you barely move out of the way.
Ooh. So I took 3 damage in total, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So wait, they can use spells and stuff like that, right?
Yes, you can.
I mean, fair, he kind of turned his hand into a literal sword, so... Alright, let's continue the fight.
What you got, Daniel?
I'm just going to grab after the arrow out of my pudding, and then I'm just going to lunge it at him.
You took what out of your pudding?
Acid arrow.
Oh, an acid arrow out of your pudding.
Yep.
You put acid in your pudding?
Oh,
The
yes.
fuck?
It
Okay.
adds a little spiciness and
Oh, you
bitterness to
are
it.
resistant to poison damage. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Alright,
Go
so... 16.
16. That'll work real well there. How much damage, Daniel?
How much damage? What's 4d4?
You roll a d4 4 times.
Oh, okay. So about 11 damage.
Okay, so shoving your hand into this pudding cup you've had to the side, you remove this acid arrow and lunge forward at them. They were expecting nothing of the sort, and you plunge your arrow straight into their chest, and it leaves its little mark. You can see them sort of writhe in pain for a second, but then there's this little smile that reaches their lips, and then their other hand just sort of swipes back. Not the sword hand, trying to grab you in a grapple check. Do you know how to do grapples, Daniel?
How do I do a grapple roll?
Do you see your acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Let me take a look. Top one.
The acrobatics. It is one of your abilities.
That is a 0 for me.
Okay, then roll a d20 and tell me your number, and I will tell you if you succeed or not.
Alright. D20.
Ooh, okay.
18.
You successfully move out the way, as they end up only grabbing air while you pull away, letting go of the arrow, leaving it in their chest, and you successfully move back, and they are wide open for you. What you want to do, Daniel? They're wide open for you.
I'm gonna cast a flaming sphere from my mouth.
Ooh. A flaming sphere from your mouth. Okay.
Wait, do I actually have that?
Do you?
Actions. Let me look.
I love the idea of just wanting to do something you don't have.
So wait, dexterity 13 for second level. I have no idea if I actually
okay.
have that.
What do you mean? Let's see
It
here.
says dexterity 13 over here.
Okay, that means I roll a dexterity saving throw. Let's see here. I have succeeded. I'm assuming that means I take half damage.
Half damage, so let me roll here. It's a 2d6, so it's a 5.
Okay, so I will take 3 damage. That works. You said an orb of flame just spewing out your mouth. Okay. As you back up in quick reaction, you like belch out this flame into their face. They move back, and it looks like you have another opportunity.
Ray of sickness.
Interesting. Okay. Is that a saving throw I need to do as well, or is that a hit check?
It's a hit sack.
Okay, go ahead and make it.
So it's about 20.
You got a 20.
Yes.
Okay. How much damage, Daniel?
Let me look. 11.
Okay.
Suck that one off.
You said it was how much?
11.
Okay, 11 damage. As you cast this ray of sickness on them, they remain completely still on the stage, just sort of holding their face where this fire touched them. Their hands are both normal hands. They do not move, and they just remain standing where they are. What do you do?
I'm just going to cast healing words at him, being like, "Are you okay, buddy?"
Okay. That's interesting. Just go right ahead and do that.
Alright, so it's just roll for effect, no hit detect, right?
Yeah, you just roll for the heal itself.
That's about 4.
Okay. The 4 health heal, and when you say that, you can actually see as the flames and the smoke clear, they were setting a trap for you, and their entire leg had become a spear. Ah, that's not how I thought this would go. Well, I'm gonna say you won. And then he sticks his hand out. He sticks his hand out for his little, like, handshake.
That was a great fight, buddy.
Hey, good on you. Next time I'll kill you.
You bet it. You will.
He jumps off the stage, but he doesn't hit the ground, and as he sort of stares across the Fang Clan people, there's just this little sadistic little smirk that crosses the edge of his lips, and then he flies off into the distance. We will see more on them later as we move back over towards Norwich. Well, back in Norwich, we've had some time to rest. Despite the fact you guys have rested towards the next day, the actual sky outside is still this watery, deep blues and blacks. Perhaps as residue from the calamity that covered the area that you guys have deterred. What is it any of you are doing if you guys decided to just rest on the beach?
Well, I know the hippo's just resting where he was. He's like not moving.
We sleep on the beach.
Yeah, we slept on the
okay?
beach. for
Rockhead
sure.
said BRB.
I feel like you've asked this question before. I'm doing as good as a man with a broken arm can do.
Can I help in any way?
I don't know. What can you do?
I don't know. You want some chocolate?
No, I am good. I'm not hungry.
Okay. Gareth sort of just walks off to the side, a little concerned. Is there anything the other two are doing?
Stop changing to Jefferson. Gotta kill
Stop
myself.
changing. Jefferson.
Stop changing what?
She's writing notes.
I've written it so many times. I feel like the Google Docs should understand. I don't want to make it a J.
Oh.
Jefferson. No, it will continue trying to say it is Jefferson.
I don't want the president. Please.
You're gonna have
I'll
the
just have-
president.
I'll just have Sugma like sitting in between them, just
Listen.
looking at the aftermath of the calamity.
I would like to ask as well, did Sugma end up getting a full view of how he broke his arm last week?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so they saw it. Give me an insight check.
Oh boy. Insight. There it is.
BIRB said K-Doke.
What the fuck? A 9.
Give me a second one. You've had the time over this rest advantage. Okay. So you said it was a 9 and a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't recall if there's a previous moment. But after pondering this for 8 hours and seeing how he broke his arm using that weapon and the strong sense of familiarity you had with it, you're starting to remember things. Just remembering a little bit at a time as you're piecing together, hey, I've seen this before, and it was done on something just as large, if not bigger, but it hasn't been this bad.
Right.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that for right now.
Okay. So it's not full on memory return yet. Okay.
No, you rolled
But
just
very,
under it.
it's very close.
The difficulty
Cool.
was 12.
Fuck me. Damn it, Victoria.
He's not having a
Garbage
good time.
that Yay. Great start.
Good on ya. I can put these dice to the side. I don't need them right now.
She's literally playing like the when a character finally reunites with one character, and they don't recognize him.
It's hard not to recognize the fucking 9-foot tall hippo.
Right, like, what the fuck? You know this character. Come on! Where in the hell are you going to meet another 9-foot ass hippo who just now destroyed his arm twice?
Wherever his home planet is, I guess.
I mean, yeah, fucker comes from space. Like, you
Fair
didn't
enough.
meet another one unless you go out.
9-foot tall alien hippo. Okay. Well, let's see here. Is there anything Bof is doing?
I'm just sitting. But I had a question for the group. How do
Go
we
on.
feel about talking to Spriggan about this deal that we made? Because we did steal the bell before.
Uh-huh.
So
You want to see if he knows the bell's even gone?
what's the plan here?
Well, the original plan was to, possibly kill him as well.
That was one of the plans. But we did technically fulfill the deal,
Mm-hmm.
even if it was out of order.
It was out of order.
It was not in sequential order, but we did fulfill the deal.
We could go to Spriggan and more or less tell,
Just ring the bell in front of him, just to mock him.
just say like, we did our part, now we can actually do this. Opens the bag.
For a reminder, Cecil's now the one that's holding the bag that has the bell in it.
Well, yeah, I have that now.
He can't even open the bag himself, so...
Yeah, hard for Hippo to open, so he give to you.
Yeah. Just use fingers.
Fingers!
Yeah, those definitely work on a broken arm.
He has 3 fingers, my guy.
Oh, it's only 3 fingers. Oh.
Good
One
luck.
of them is theoretically a thumb, but that's
Kind of?
they're also absurdly large.
Yeah.
So
He's had to do paperwork with those hands, and it was not fun. Oh boy.
90% sure Agatha got a chuckle out of it.
It was funny.
Then Agatha got less of a chuckle out of it when the hippo started getting really good at doing paperwork with his stubby fingers.
Okay. Well, the 3 of you are, well, at least mostly fully recovered. The soldiers of the Round Table Army are mostly preparing to set back after having rested fighting the Moors, and making a sweep over the area, making sure they're all gone. Percival, atop his horse, is looking at the rest of you. Do you all need some sort of arranged travel back? Or are
Good
you
question.
planning to stay in Norwich for a little while longer?
Well, are we gonna go see Spriggan, or we can just ring the bell now and head off?
We could do either. We could either leave now, or we'd have to wait 2 days for Redder to get back.
When's that party again?
Party.
Oh, when is? Ooh, it's.
It's been 2 days since we saw the actual invitation.
Who answer of you?
It's in 7 days. It's been 2 days. We have 5 days.
Okay, so we could stay here, cause another ruckus.
How many days does it take to get there if we're not considering the horse we used to have?
Are you talking to Percival?
No, Hippo's still out of it. He's just talking in a random direction.
Talking
Okay.
to the narrator in his head.
Well, generally speaking, that does depend on where you're trying to go.
It would probably go back to Salisbury, right?
If we wanted to, yeah.
Maybe?
The main question is:
Perhaps.
Are you leaving D's with Da Vinci and the Bears?
That's a good question. He is like almost dead. So
And
proud.
I'm pretty sure he's also invited.
What did we have? We had how many invitations?
How many
Good question. I don't know.
It's a good question.
There was enough.
I think it's the one.
We
think
have
there was
four. We
enough
have
to-
we have invitations for 4 people.
Interesting. I like how I'm saying interesting as if I didn't make this.
I don't know. Fuck.
uh All right, let's review. So we've got 1 bell. We have the other one in a bag. We have 1 back in Salisbury that we'll do after we get 2 more. We have the one for when we go to the ball. And then we have the
Yeah.
one all the way up north. And then the one in Edinburgh.
Frick. Okay, yeah. I don't think we can go for another bell for now. The only one we can go for is Gloucester, the party.
Yeah.
How are we feeling on Spriggan?
How do we feel about Spriggan?
Oh, funny businessman.
We can go
Funny-
do more business with
funny
the businessman.
A funny businessman.
We can see if we can get another reward out of him.
Well, he really only promised us the bell, and I think he figured out that we
took
took
the reward, but you know, we'll be fine.
do a little marketing at the businessman.
Right?
You guys gonna market yourselves at the businessman after cheaping out of a contract and stealing a bell?
The closest
You know-
thing you have to a voice of reason is still kind of dealing with his arm, so you do you.
But we got
That contract was really just for funsies.
yeah. We were going to take the bell regardless.
Yeah, we would have gotten it one way or another.
You know what? Just we can just go. We can go back to
We can go.
Salisbury.
We can always come back if we need to,
Yeah.
once we have Red here.
So how are we gonna take? Oh wait, we don't have red here. Fuck. Are we walking?
Well, Percival was offering you guys if you needed help.
Oh right. P.
Yeah?
Can you take us to Salisbury, please, if you can, somehow?
Salisbury. I think we can help arrange something like that. Okay. So if we get the carriage, and he's just sort of talking to himself, trying to figure out what he needs to divide and where.
Fair enough. Well, that settles our arrangement to go to Salisbury now. Hippo, you can still walk, yes? It's just your arm, right?
I'm doing fine.
You're
Cool.
alive. That's all that matters.
Yes.
Debatable.
Well,
I met God for a minute. He's still a bastard. Saw the fear in his eyes as I went down.
Get out of my house.
It's like, no,
The idea that
don't come
the
back.
Get out
hippo
of my
got
house, you're not
lucky
dead.
and lived. The idea the hippo got lucky and lived because Hades told him to fuck off.
Not now. I'm busy.
Wife issues. Leave.
Having issues
My-
with my other child.
My Google Docs has gotten to the point where Grammarly is asking me if it's too long. Do you want me to check it, or are you just reading?
The lore really is that deep, though.
It's only been 13 sessions.
Um,
How long has it been since Zara's campaign? Let's see here.
Since my
Ah.
campaign?
Yes, how long since your campaign started? I must know now.
Fuck, I guess over a year now?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Started what, May or something?
I'm gonna go check.
I didn't
guys-
document shit from.
You guys figure out what you guys are doing.
Okay.
by this point, the hippo's strugglingly got up.
He's struggling to get up and has gotten up. Okay.
Yeah, he's now truly looking like an old man.
Indeed
boy.
he is.
You need crutches now?
He can walk fine. His arms just don't work the way it used to.
Old man.
For
bones.
reference, it is his dominant arm. He is kind of having a bad time.
Yikes.
Old man bones.
What old man bones? They don't exist anymore.
You don't have nerves in there either.
Just enough to where if you touch it, he'll go fuck.
Let's see. I have found it. April 3rd of 2022. That is how long ago since we started playing D&D. This is your fault.
It's been how long?
We started playing April 3rd last 22 and 2. Yeah, last year.
Holy
your fault.
shit. Yeah, it's my fault.
Okay. Well, as we are, is everyone up? Percival's gone off, most likely to get the arranged carriage. Is there anything anyone would like to do quickly in Norwich before you guys leave?
How do we think the bears are doing on meat?
I feel like has Golai been feeding them meat?
He's been asleep, but the bears probably like feed themselves.
Bears do a
We
lot
could
themselves.
probably.
The bears are like independent or something.
How independent?
We can
Who
probably get-
knows?
We can get them a treat. Why not?
We can get them a treat. All right, we can go back to the thing.
La
place.
Salisbury.
No, the place, the meat shop.
Oh, right. Woodwose is meat.
Yeah, Woodwose's meat. You guys going to Woodwose's meat?
You'll get the bears a treat.
Unlike with the meat shop that was actually in Camelot, where they were just straight up selling meat as a butcher, this place is a genuine restaurant, and they're just set up. People are celebrating the fact they're alive, and it's gone, and it's pretty booked. There's
Fair enough.
a few Fang Clan people running around, just trying their best to work with everyone.
They look busy.
We're in the shop now, right? Sorry.
Yeesh.
Okay.
The hippo is
Yeah.
looking for a hospital. Noted. Okay. looking around, trying to find a hospital in Norwich. There's a few people that are like looking at him, asking if he's okay. Gareth's following the hippo, making sure he's okay. And then without any advertising or anything, Gareth just says, "Let's go in that one," and points to a like mostly blank, empty place.
Hippo just willingly accepts. He's like, yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Hippo's having a great time.
Without any advertising or anything on the outside, once they get inside, it smells a bit like a workshop. More like an alchemist lab, if anything. And inside, there's a man with a black hood and a plague doctor's mask. Hello?
Hello.
Do you need something?
Points to the arm.
Yes. That's an arm. It's a rather large one.
Fixed.
How? What's
Fixed?
wrong?
I don't know. Look at it.
It's limp.
Very.
Have you tried pulling it out and putting it back in?
Not how that works.
Are you not dead?
No.
You smell like someone who's died.
I mean, true.
So, are you dead or not?
Sigma.
No.
Victoria. Queen's Era said tenor.com.
I see. Well, I have to do this the humane way. And he just puts down this bone saw that he was holding under the counter. Okay.
Hippo looks at him for a second and decides to ignore it.
How you want this fixed? You want it off? You want it in? You want it working?
I mean, I don't know what you do.
Do you want me to stop the pain permanently? Do you want me to stop the pain temporarily?
I want a description of what you mean by permanently before I say yes to permanently.
There's a few methods. I could remove it. I could try and drug it.
What do you think is the best option? You're the maybe licensed healer.
Well, what happened to it?
Hippo's like, broken. Bones, all of them.
How broken?
You know sawdust?
Yeah.
About that.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
Okay. I might have to rip into your arm.
At this point, I'm like 90% sure I won't feel it.
Do you want new bones?
What would new bones? Whose bones are you giving me?
Whatever you want.
Hippo's
Big
feeling
bones, you
very-
want small bones?
Hippo's feeling very reminiscent.
Reminiscent about what?
A certain magic using dickweed.
What bones do you want?
Okay, next question. Would the bones actually work?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You want new bones?
The hippo looks at Gareth. Did you take me to a quack?
A what?
Someone who looks like they know what they're doing, but clearly does not.
I don't know. I just thought this building could help.
Right now, I'm like 90% sure if I told him to do something, he'd do the exact opposite.
Oh, should we not have come here?
Let me just say at this point, I'm like 50% sure that if I ask for surgery, it's going to be done by a barbarian.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
The dude's holding up a giant scalpel, like the size of a sword. So, you ready?
What do you mean?
Are you ready?
The hippo mutters under his breath, "Oh, Hephaestus, help."
Okay. Well, what are the other two doing at this time?
Well, I don't know if we have time to make a reservation or wait in line for the restaurant. Looks pretty busy.
It does look pretty busy.
Boy, can we get some service around here?
Probably that's an
Are you
option.
inside? Are you
Yes.
inside or just outside? Oh, you just walked in. Walked
Yes,
in, sat
walking
at a
in.
table.
Yeah.
Okay. One of them comes over quickly. Apologies, we're really busy. I didn't know there was someone here. Oh, it's you two. And it's the warg that gave you guys the oil drum.
Yes,
Thanks for the oil, by the way. Helpful, very, very helpful. Thank you.
very helpful.
You're welcome. Did you need something? Because I gave you what I could, and I'm surprised the calamity's gone.
Yeah. We
We
really
stopped it.
appreciated the oil, so we made sure that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
How many
Just for
bears
the
do we
oil.
have, Fofo?
3.
3. We'll take 3 raw meats, please.
Do you sell raw meats?
you guys,
Just straight raw.
you know that's not good for you, right?
It's not
Well,
for
we're
us.
not
It's
gonna-
for our bears.
Not for us. For our pets.
Oh, okay. You two don't want anything?
Do you want anything?
I don't think we have the money for it. We can only afford.
Only for the treats for the bears.
Yeah, we can only afford the treats, unfortunately.
Okay. It's no worries. I can get that handled. You two just sit tight.
Cool.
Cool. Someone just looks to Bofa. Do you think 30 more pounds is enough?
We hope so. There's some expensive pets we have.
God, I hope so.
We just stopped the calamity, but we're poor as fuck here.
Listen, we stopped you from like dying. Can we just have the meat?
Right? Or can we just go to spring and like, we stopped the calamity. Can we just get money, please?
Fuck the bell.
Money,
Give us
please.
money. We don't
Like,
need
we
your
don't need the
bell.
bill anymore. We need money.
Okay. The dude comes back eventually. He has 3 raw meats in this like sort of tray thing that's covered up in like plastic wrap. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. 30 more pounds, is that enough?
That's a bit much. I would say 10.
Just 10?
It's 10. It's 10.
Look, I'm just saying. I don't know the economy here.
From out of town, you know, it's the conversion rates. We don't
Look.
know them.
I'm gonna be honest. We're doing really fine right now because there was this big sale where everyone just wanted to eat the food before they died. Turns out they didn't die, and now they're eating twice as much.
Hey, that's great for business, though.
That's
Yeah.
good business.
So it's pretty good. That's why I'm not pushing you guys to eat anything because the cooks are already.
Ooh,
Well, if
fair
that's
enough.
everything you guys need, good luck. Whatever you're doing.
You too. Here's your money, and we'll be off. Thank
Yep.
you.
Bye bye. I'll take this for the oil, I guess.
Oh, for the oil, yeah. Take an extra 5.
What are you doing? We're already
Whatever.
broke.
Fucking madman. Anyway, returning back to the odd building. There's like this giant scalpel just in his arm. Hold that open for me. I need to put the bone in.
It was what bone?
The bones.
I didn't even state what kind of bone I would have wanted.
Well, do you want to say it now, or do you want to wait for me to put it in and see how it feels?
What bones do you have?
Just pick something.
What creatures do you have? Bones do you have?
Are you gonna keep asking, or are you gonna pick one?
I need to know what I'm picking.
Just say something. Or I'm gonna stick a random one in a... Hippo?
Hippo!
Okay. Yeah. What race? What kind of hippo?
Me!
Which bones of a hippo?
Hand! Arm and hand! Just kind of points to the entire arm.
Okay, give me a second here.
Hippo's still like 90% sure he's gonna have to clock this one in a second.
The dude wanders into this back room, and you're left alone with Gareth for a second, who just looks a little awkward about this. Like, I didn't know this is how this was gonna go.
Hippo's sitting here going, you know, if I had a nickel for every time some quack dude tried to had to put a different body part of a different creature inside of me, I would have 2 nickels.
You have a different
Not
body part?
much. And he just points at his chest, where my heart is, dragon.
A dragon?
Dragon heart.
Those don't exist here anymore. Except for what?
I mean, I'm not from here, so it doesn't count. So.
Oh, I thought you killed them.
No,
Okay.
I'm from somewhere else.
Okay. The dude comes back, and he's holding, like, 2 very large bones, and there's, like, blood dripping off of them. Alright, I got it.
No. No.
No. What do you mean, no?
It's still dripping blood.
Yeah, it's the best condition. It's fresh.
That's like the opposite of best condition.
Fresh.
It also implies that you just murdered something or someone.
You don't want it?
I mean, at this point, I'm like pretty sure you're gonna give me a disease.
You don't want it?
What kind of license do you own to be doing this?
License?
It just turns around and walks out. It's like, you do now.
But sir, you're bleeding!
So are you!
No, I'm not.
The bone you're holding is...
Yeah, that's not me.
Close enough.
Don't you understand?
I don't
Come on.
think you understand.
Come back here.
No.
Come on.
No.
I'll put it in you. And you'll feel good.
No.
Come on.
No.
Just one bit. Come
No.
He tries to get close to you and tries to just force it in your arm.
Hippo just punches him with his other arm.
He flies back a little bit and drops the bone on the floor. Hey, wait a minute. Ugh, my mouth. Ugh. You like knock the plague doctor's mask almost off his face. It's just like hanging on to the side. Hold on. Come on.
No. Hippo just keeps walking.
Hey, at least give me the scalpel back.
I don't have your scalpel.
It's in your arm.
Oh, fuck. When did you do this?
I had to open it.
When did you do this? Takes the scalpel out and just drops it on the floor. Yeah.
Okay. That means I can finish.
No.
As he tries to get closer to you with the scalpel in hand, bone in the other, Gareth just smacks him with the side of the lance. Like, no means no.
The hippo, like, not concerned, is more just confused than anything.
I'm sorry. I think we should go.
No,
This
I
wasn't
mean,
who I thought it was.
Who did you think it was?
There was a guy at the plague doctor mask that looked almost like this, but he could heal like dead people.
We'll just forget this happened and assume that this man didn't exist.
You mean Asclepius? Come back here.
No, I will
Come
not
on.
come back.
Come
No, never.
on. Let me put it in your arm.
I will do more than punch you.
Yeah? With what arm? Yeah.
With
I
the
can-
other arm.
Yeah, but you could use both if you let me fix you.
You're trying to drive a bargain you shouldn't be driving.
Why?
Because this is stupid.
You're the one who came into my store asking for help.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were a psychopath.
Well, I mean, not that was just rude. Name
Well-
calling?
But it's true.
No.
Yes.
Name calling isn't nice.
Trying to shove a bone in my arm after I said no isn't nice either.
You were the one asking for help.
No.
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 Come on.
Ow.
Just one of the bones. We don't have to do the hand.
No.
We'll just do your femur.
No.
Why?
It's not even the right bone.
Oh, then I grabbed the wrong one.
Go back and get the other bone. I'll wait right here.
Will you actually?
I swear.
I'll give you a discount.
I'll wait right here. You go get the bone.
Okay, I'll pay you 30 more pounds. I'll be back.
Look at Gareth. Quick, let me go.
The guy goes back with the giant bone they had. And then just you two alone. Are we leaving?
We're leaving.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I thought he was different.
Let's go find the others. You don't need to keep worrying about it.
Two of you scurry out, and Gareth feeling a little bad because they made a bad call. And then you guys just leave out. Your arm's a little bloody, but you didn't take any damage. It was just like he was trying to get in there. And then you guys are eventually meet up with Bofa and Sugma.
Hey, get your arm fixed.
No, we met a psychopath instead.
I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
What about a psychopath?
And you're trying to put bones in my arm.
Sounds like a
And
good
you didn't?
deal. You currently
still-
don't have a full bone in there.
They were still bleeding.
And?
That's
Fresh
not
blood
sanitary.
supply.
Not
That's
Let's
the
go
guy
back
said.
going back to therapy to that
This sounds like
hospital
a
right now.
perfectly legitimate health professional.
No.
The guy
Let's
said it
go
was
back
fresh
right
too.
now. We're going right back to that hospital right
Yeah,
now. Let's
this
go.
sounds like a
No.
wonderful treatment plan.
I will walk back.
No, we're going back to that hospital.
I don't understand what the problem is. This man offered to fix your arm?
You go get your bones replaced then.
Well, my bones aren't broken.
I'll be fine. This has happened before.
Okay, well, we got meat.
Good for you.
It's for the bears.
For the bears. Well,
For the
fine.
bears.
if you're gonna be stubborn about it, maybe we'll get another hospital somewhere else.
Sure. We'll find you another hospital.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't even a hospital.
Yes,
There's probably better
broken arm.
places.
Even this one's agreeing with me, and that's saying something.
Do we even have health insurance?
What's health insurance?
What's
I don't
that?
know, but it sounds important.
Is P still with us?
Percival is currently at the edge of town where Red Hair typically is, organizing a carriage for you guys.
Oh, okay.
There's an
The hippo's gonna head that way, completely ignoring the conversation.
Well, there he goes.
I'm gonna follow the hippo and continue the conversation.
Okay.
back.
Where do you
Back
think
here,
you're
we're
gonna
not
find
done.
another hospital?
Doesn't matter, I'll fix it myself.
Is there someone
Can
who
you-
knows where a
No.
hospital is?
I'll fix it myself.
How are you gonna do that?
By fixing it myself.
You don't
How
even
you
have
gonna do
opposable thumbs.
I have enough.
Have enough for what?
What do you mean enough? You don't have any.
I have enough.
Someone probably knows where the hospital is. My best bet
Oh,
would
I'll
be
be
Camelot,
fine.
but I don't think we're going to Camelot.
No Camelot. Bad.
We could drop him off there.
Why would an alcoholic know how to fix an arm?
Alcoholic.
Queen's an alcoholic.
Instantly talking about Zara.
Last time I checked, the queen said she couldn't drink.
Nah, she's still a bitch.
You guys eventually find yourselves in front of Percival, where he greets you guys, and the carriage is all packed up for you guys. This guy should get you to Salisbury, and once you dismiss it, it'll probably return back to Londinium. Are you all ready to go?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
I need out of here.
Okay. Continuing on. When you guys take a glance at the horse, it's a legitimate normal horse. It doesn't have hands or anything. It's not talking. It's disappointing.
Ugh, a normal horse. Well, at least this one can probably swim.
I'll be accompanying you guys until we get to Londinium, and then I will stay there with my people, and you can all go to Salisbury. Unless you guys
Thank
wanted to go up
you.
through New Darlington, but no one really wants to go there. So,
Why is that?
it's just home of the worst.
Isn't that where the slaughterhouse is?
Yeah, Slaughterhouse Theater. It's a gamble to
Mm.
live or die if you go there.
I love
People think
gambling.
they're nuts. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a
looks like we're
Tam
going
Lin
there.
living there.
No, it's fine. I'll resist the urge to gamble my life away for now.
Okay then. Well, everyone aboard.
To Salisbury.
We're going to go at a relatively okay pace, not anywhere near reckless endangerment. So I will set a real world timer and we'll see just what happens until then. And during that real world timer, you guys may ignore the dice rolls I'm doing.
I'll legitimately ignore them by going to get a drink.
Oh no, dice roll.
So how's the weather?
DM dice rolls. Fuck.
And Gareth
all
is just
dead
looking
now.
out the side of the carriage. I've never seen the sky like this.
Oh no.
What?
It's called pollution.
Well, now the clouds over Norwich are gone. It's really blue.
Oh. There's no clouds, is there?
Not currently.
Oh, so he's saying that it looks nice.
Yeah, that's literally it.
We're
Gareth's
here
just
like,
saying it
oh,
looks nice.
No.
Something's wrong. It's nice.
It's nice. The weather's nice.
Yeah. Never
Looks a
seen it
lot
like
nicer than when we first got here.
It was really stormy.
Yeah, I saw some fire. There was some ice in that storm. Maybe some lightning.
Maybe just a little.
I'm surprised the queen didn't do anything about the calamity.
Well, Spriggan did say that she doesn't really care for Norwich.
I guess. Maybe because
That's
it's a
what-
human place.
Maybe.
Human city. At least that's what I was told. There were a lot of different people there.
In a human city?
Well, it's more that humans are more free there. There were less slaves, I think. It's
Ah,
a
yes.
complicated thing.
The slave trade, the whole reason we're here. Probably.
Maybe? Who knows?
That was one reason for a certain member.
Let's see here. Okay. As you guys slowly go through, and you have a nice calm ride accompanying the
XYR
river.
said, Kayla is done with homework.
Nice. You've done with the homework. You guys are passing by Londinium, and Percival just sort of hops out of the carriage and salutes you guys off. Anything anyone want to say to him before you guys keep going? What the fuck?
Ah,
Ah.
be safe out there.
I just heard a volume setting. Like Jesus. Okay, Percival returns. Yep, Percival has been dropped off at Londinium, leaving the rest of you guys off on your very peaceful ride through the country off towards Salisbury. It has come to your guys' attention that you don't know how your ride has been routed other than getting to Salisbury. So there is a small chance you guys end up going towards Camelot.
Uh-oh.
Is it just the horse guiding us?
There is just the horse.
I see.
It is you guys,
Horsey,
the horse.
we're going towards Camelot.
Gareth.
We need to go to Salisbury.
Anyone know how to talk to a horse?
Mr. Hippo Man.
The hippo's still kind of like half done with life, half not giving a shit, just looks at the horse and goes, nay.
It looks at you.
That's all he does. He doesn't do anything else.
It's just staring at the hippo now. Like, as much as it can turn around.
I don't know, I might have just offended the thing, but you try instead.
Are we not supposed to be going where we're going?
I don't know.
No, we're not exactly welcome at Camelot.
We don't know which way we're going. There's a chance that we'll end up there.
There's a chance you guys end up going through the route through Oxford or the route through Camelot.
Uh-oh.
It is
Uh-oh.
a test to see if Percival's dumb enough to send rebels against the Queen to Camelot. Do
We'll
you
trust
believe?
him. Let's just trust him. Let's see what happens.
Okay. You guys are coming up to the fork in the road that typically divides the path to Oxford and Camelot. And
We go. Leave our fate to the dice.
Oh shit.
the horse turns left and south towards Oxford, and you
Oh.
guys are on your way.
Slay.
He wasn't that stupid after all.
Okay. You guys are passing through Oxford, where the wargs are celebrating another battle won, with Rockhead celebrating up on the stage. And some of the wargs are just angry because, like, one of the battles didn't end in knockout, or that one of the combatants was a pussy. And they surrendered. How dare! Coward, running away from a fight. And you guys are passing through that area. Whoop. Okay. And with that, you guys are clean through Oxford and in sight of Salisbury. It has been a peaceful journey after a big battle the previous day, and you are not having any issues.
Hell yeah.
Blessed by the dice.
Right, we're blessed by the dice today. For now.
This ride has taken so long, you can see Bofa's hair is returning.
No, my hair's back.
Let's go.
You're no longer bald.
I'm no longer bald.
You're no longer bald. Let's go. Is Hippo still done with life?
Is he?
Look, man, here's the thing. Hippo was done with life when you met him. Hippo's just not caring anymore.
There.
I needed that arm.
I need that left. Okay.
I was gonna play golf, bro. I was gonna enjoy retirement.
My blacksmithing
My hammering arm. Screw. And eventually, you guys have returned to Salisbury, and everyone is free to get off the carriage. And you can see in sight, Red Hare's carriage is set out outside of the tavern, where everyone else is.
That's good. At least Red Hair got here safely.
No, what about the person he was carrying? Where's Deez?
Damn, what a sneeze.
Thank you. Red Hair, is D here?
Z. Instead of snoring, Red Hair is outwardly saying Z as he sleeps. Z.
That's how he snores.
Z.
What a weird horse we met today. Not today. What a weird horse we have.
Yeah, what a companion. ZZ.
Z.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go inside and search for these.
Yeah, that's good. How can anyone sleep outside?
Z. Inside, there is Mike DaVinci, who is just trying out the new things you guys left in the kitchen. And there's some wrestling going on upstairs. I'm not sure if Zer was still in the tavern. That is their choice, or if they went off to do other things. But you can hear rustling from the room you guys cleaned up.
I'm gonna go check it out and see what's snaking around up there.
What's going on over there? Why is there wrestling? It's a bear.
I said rustling, but alright.
Oh, rustling. I heard wrestling.
He said wrestling.
Who's wrestling up there?
We got a steel chair in the attic.
The hippo will
Dang.
follow.
What?
The hippo will follow after Buffa.
Okay. What is Sugma doing?
Following along upstairs.
Okay. Everyone's going upstairs. Gareth goes to sit down inside. And you guys open the spare room door to find Deez was looking through a few boxes and is holding this small little cube in their hands.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey,
hi.
buddy.
Hi. What happened to you?
We're home.
Put the cube down.
Put the cube
Why?
down.
You down?
Dangerous cube.
We
Too
don't
bad.
wanna.
What happened to your hair?
Oh, it's gone. It's coming back. It'll be
Yeah,
back.
it's growing.
Uh, huh.
It'll be
Okay.
back. It'll be back to normal by tomorrow.
Maybe.
So are you all
Good to
okay?
know you. Yeah, except for him.
Perfectly fine.
Are you okay?
Perfectly fine.
Okay.
He broke his arm.
Just
You-
don't look at my arm.
Do you want the cube?
Put the cube down.
Why?
Bad cube.
It's just a cube.
It opens into a castle.
What's that? You mean like Camelot?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a big house.
Essentially.
How does that happen?
Put the cube
Magic.
down. It could destroy Da Vinci's house. That would make Da Vinci very sad to put the cube down.
And we would no longer have a home.
Put the cube down.
Wait, but how does it work?
You say the
put
magic
it
word
down.
and it goes boom.
Does anyone know the magic word?
No.
Nope.
Fiddlesticks.
Okay.
See, this doesn't work. So what is
The last cube's magic word I saw was ah.
Ah?
Weird.
Yeah.
Is that
You mean
nice?
Like a scream?
Yeah.
Like a scream?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh fuck!
Because a bug had it.
A bug had it?
Very big bug.
How big bug?
Maybe a bit shorter than me.
Oh. Okay.
Put the cube down.
Why? I was
Put
playing
the
with the cube.
dangerous cube.
It
It's a
hasn't.
dangerous cube.
Are you sure it's not just a cube?
It is not just a cube. Stop playing with the cube.
Okay. Are you guys
Unless you
all
want
okay?
to scream.
Definitely.
Okay.
Hippo's still kind of bleeding from, the scalpel that was in its arm that was taken off.
Still bleeding.
No, perfectly fine.
Definitely okay.
If you look outside the door, there's a clear blood trail.
So did you guys
Maybe
do
if
what
we
you
put
needed to do?
Daviki's apple juice.
I mean, technically.
Is the
Oh,
thing
let's
in
go
the
feed the
ocean
bears.
gone?
Oh yeah, let's go feed the
Stop.
bears.
Just instant sidetrack.
Okay.
Hey, Deez, you want to go feed the bears?
I don't know. I keep seeing them leave the room.
And going where?
I don't know. I don't follow them.
Oh.
Hmm.
Let's ask Da Vinci if he knows where the bears go.
Let's go ask the. Let's
feel
go
like
feed
that's
the
some
bears first.
good
And we'll go ask the
information.
Binky.
Hippo.
What? What just happened to him? He got struck like with an asteroid or something.
Hippo.
A hippo?
Hippo will go down and talk to Da Vinci asking where the bears go.
Okay.
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 Divide and conquer.
What is everyone else doing?
Feed the bears.
Feed the bears, assuming that they're in the room, the other room, or a room with bears.
No.
The bear room.
Okay, so going into the other room, Zare said she left the room. So it's just Golai in there and a couple of bears. And there is just bags and purses strewn about the floor. There's like a bit of money on the floor. You're not sure where these came from, but they're there.
There's money.
Yeah, I have a feeling I know what the bears were doing.
Oh. The bears are
Work.
escort.
XYR said, are
No.
we in separate rooms?
They went into the room you're typically in, Zare. At least, like, the one that you and Golai and the bears sleep in.
XYR said, do I hear them at all?
You can hear them just sort of being loud. There's a lot of shit on the floor. Woo!
What, feces? Or
No.
okay, so the bears no hygiene. That's good.
The bears go out when they need to.
Yeah,
Bears
they
seem
have
to
good
go
hygiene.
out to do a lot of things.
Apparently, there's money on the floor.
They're self-sufficient.
We should see what. Let's investigate. Let's see what else is around. What else the bear has been
Let's
taking?
feed the bears
XYR
first
said
and foremost.
XYR goes
Oh,
to the room they are in and
Oh.
gives a confused look to the group. Hello.
And there's a hello from Zare. Peeking in at you guys in the room.
long time no see. Well, last time we saw each other when we were here.
The last time we
When
saw
you
each
were
other,
awake.
we had hair.
XYR said bald.
I have a little hair. I'm only mostly bald.
Growing back. Don't worry.
XYR said insert the meme from SpongeBob.
Me from SpongeBob.
Bald.
We came to give the bears a treat.
Sugma, Victoria, Queensera said tenor.com.
My eyes.
XYR said, where did you guys end up going?
Around to Norwich. That's the place we went.
Yeah. Let's just say we
Yeah.
kind of stopped a minor calamity.
We like fought this giant tree thing.
Yeah. Mr. Hippoman
XYR
almost
said any
died.
bells.
Well, yes, but we had it before.
We've
We
always
just
had the
felt
bell.
bad for the people, and so we were like, they should probably
We
not
fought
die.
the tree for nothing.
We could have let the whole town die, but at the same time, our morals were like, nah, that's not right.
Our morals. Sugmo was trying to get out of there any sense, any opportunity. Like, fuck these people.
XYR said, so you saved the town.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but we wanted to kill their leader. He's a bit of a
Maybe.
dick. He was
Kind
a selfish prick.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Next time.
XYR said, good job. Fuck the government.
Oh, so true. I hate authority figures.
You guys are rebelling against the queen anyway. Fuck the underlings.
XYR said, or monarchy, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anarchy is what I go for.
Ow. Woo.
Personally, hold on. Fuck, I forgot the term for this.
You like an oligarchy?
No.
No.
is it? Where is it?
You like communism?
No, it's
Yes.
one specific type of government.
You like socialism?
A capocracy.
Imperial?
XYR said we.
Anarchy.
No, it's a
XYR said
capocracy.
R.
It's a government ruled by goats.
It's a capocracy.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So government ruled by goats.
I agree.
So ruled by Satan. Nice.
No, that's just Undertale.
Government ran by Sands. Oh boy.
No, please.
But yeah, we have the bell. We somewhat saved the town. Fuck the government. Now we back. We have a party to go to in what 4 days now?
Something like that.
Something
Count
like
the
that.
days.
Has it been a day since we've been there?
Technically, for about
Like,
a
XYR said, what kind of
fought the
party?
thing? It's a ball.
yes, because it took a day to get from Norwich to Salisbury, and if we do a long rest in there, that's the day.
Right. Okay. So there's
What kind of party?
3 more days
3 more days. Oh, okay.
till the party. Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wait. Hold on. There's
No, it's 4. It's
4
It's 4.
days.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The party is called the Farium. Do we know what it's about? No.
It's a party where
It's a
I think
party.
like important people are gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. Both of here heard that a little
Some important people are gonna be there.
yeah, that she wants to raise up. You feel me?
So far, I've only gotten maybes.
Right? It's not a no, so
I don't know.
they got a chance.
XYR said, give me like 5 seconds.
Give me 5 seconds. Okay. Five seconds. Head out. Did everyone just go quiet, or am I just can't hear anything?
No, we're just quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Joseph had to go do
XYR
something.
said, okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Ah, yeah. Water.
Blah, blah, blah. I could still hear everything that was going on. I was just going somewhere.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So you heard that conversation.
Yes.
Okay.
Therium and stuff.
Farium and both about Riz up Gawain.
Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's not you'll see, it's you will.
Z.
Man, that hair's really loud.
And he
when he's
snores real loud.
He's snoring real. Ugh. So the bears aren't in the room, right?
There's 2 of them in the room.
2 of them. Okay, we
Which
can
one's
feed them.
on?
Probably crazy Gurma.
I assume Crazy Grandma.
Crazy Gurma is in the room.
Oh.
Oh shit! Who's not in the room? Wait, are they all named, or is it just Crazy Gurma?
No, there's Crazy Grandma, there's
XYR said Goldie.
And
It's Goldilocks and Giggles.
Oh, Goldilocks equals Crazy Grandma. Okay.
In the room, there is Crazy Gurma and Goldilocks.
Oh,
So
shit.
Giggles is gone.
And Giggles went off to do something.
All right, I guess we'll give him the meat.
Yeah, the mitts.
The meats. The Mets.
Arby's.
Arby's.
It's about
We got the
Mets.
shit.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we give the bears their meat.
You waking up the bears to give them meats.
Oh,
no,
let's put it in front of them. And
Yeah,
you
we
eat
just
it
said
when
it
they
right
wake
in
up.
front of them. Let's not wake the bears.
I don't feel comfortable waking up the bears.
Pets or not.
They're not yours, is what they are. I'll poke the sleeping bear. Let me get their bones.
So how many bags of money is there on the floor?
There's random bags and purses on the floor. There's like 6-ish. You don't know how much is in any. You don't know where any of them came from. They just seem to be pilfered through.
Someone just looks to Bofa. You want to look through them?
Yeah, why not? Let's see what's in there.
Let's do it.
Any sort of identification and pictures have been removed, and there's just like bits and pieces of more pounds around, where there's like a total of 40.
Damn, 10 more than what I had before.
These bears are they're smart.
They're smart. I guess so. I'll leave the money here.
They are mugging people.
Very true to Britain.
Getting mugged by a bear in Britain.
Imagine that. Just walking down the streets of Britain, and then all of a sudden a bear shows up with a knife.
You go in a dark alleyway and you find a polar bear. Polar bear standing on its hind legs, and suddenly, bam, it strikes you in the face. Takes your wallet.
Bam.
Leave
It
your
doesn't even
ID.
kill you. It just takes your wallet. Shit.
You get
XYR
pickpocketed,
said
turn around to
XYR goes
find a
throw the
bear.
bags looking for drugs.
You do not find drugs in the bags. Most unfortunate.
Hey, you want drugs? Oh shit!
We have
Wait,
fairy drugs.
We can't
I
open
have the
bag.
bag,
XYR
but we
said
can't
rip no
open
Advil.
No Advil. No medication.
No.
Oh, you want those kind of drugs?
I
We can
can
knock
make
you
you
out.
some hot chocolate. Mike DeBinky's probably got some more still back there.
Yeah, the hot chocolate will do you good.
XYR
same
said
thing.
give it.
Of
All
cocaine.
right. Let's go make some hot chocolate from Mike DeBinky.
Downstairs we go.
Downstairs we go.
Downstairs to go join where the hippo went. Mike is downstairs with Gareth and Deez, who is offering them both just hot chocolates and stuff. And some apple waters. Gareth took in apple water. Okay. My music stopped. Cringe. Okay, there we go. The hippo. What was it that Jefferson was doing?
Gotta ask the Da Vinci where the bears go.
Okay.
Piqued interest.
When asking Da Vinci over there, he looks up with a bit of a smile. Hello, friends. Well, what is it you need? You having fun adventuring and doing things?
The hippo just kind of goes, sure.
Oh, okay. Would you like a drink?
Good.
Okay.
Xer here would like a hot chocolate.
Yeah, okay. Would any of you like this thing that is in the back?
What do you mean?
What thing?
It was
What thing?
labeled. It took me a while, but I got help from your human friend to read it.
Ah, what did it say?
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I would love one.
Okay.
Sure.
Wait.
Isn't that, is that what I think it is? If it is, I'm having a stroke. Because if it is what I'm thinking it is, then I don't think you can drink it.
Why is that?
The guy comes back, offers the hot chocolate to Zare, and then comes back with Mike's Hard Lemonade, which is an alcoholic lemonade drink, something Bova cannot have.
I can have it, I just can't get drunk off of it.
Give the hippo one. Hippo needs alcohol.
You can have the alcohol.
Others would like some? Okay, here.
Give me like all of them.
All of them?
All of them.
Okay.
Hippo just points to his arm.
XYR said Spike the Choco.
What's wrong with your arm?
Ew. Do you know what sawdust is?
I know what dust is.
That's what my bones are.
The Binky, my good man.
Okay.
Give me the alcohol.
Okay. Here. You have some...
Man, at the end of the day, in the original group, the hippo was the second biggest alcoholic.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't the
XYR
first.
said put it in rice.
You can't beat Zara.
ITLL fix itself.
Put it in rice?
Yeah, you can't beat the queen.
I mean, right now I can.
Yeah, sure.
I bet.
Put it in rice. Oh,
Put the arm in rice, it'll fix itself.
No, it's not how it
Yeah.
works.
you should do that.
It's not how it works.
Yes, it will. If it fixes my my other stuff, then it works.
I'm not gonna trust the person who can't even remember their actual name.
I'm gonna go check on my alcohol that I was brewing. See how the fermentation process is looking.
Once the hippo's given the alcohol, he'll just start like chugging them.
Okay. That is everything sorted there. Bofa, you go into the kitchen to go find your fermenting alcohol, and you actually find Giggles in the room, just going through a bag.
Oh.
It just stares at you for a second.
I'm gonna go peek into what's in the bag.
You get a glimpse of identification. It's one of the fairies you met before. The one that was Coral, the pink fairy. That was
In a bag?
No, they have an identification card.
Oh,
No ID.
They're
I
not
thought the whole fairy was like in the bag.
The entire fairy in the bag.
I thought Giggles was out here just kidnapping fairies.
God damn, Giggle.
No, he's just stealing from them.
Oh, well, I found where the identification is. Good job, Giggle? I guess?
He just sort of throws it into one of the boxes.
Okay. You do you, man.
He found
Fair.
what he was looking
We're
for.
just not gonna address it.
Going back in, the actual alcohol itself is fermenting very well. It smells quite nice.
Is what?
It smells nice and it's going well.
Ooh, wonderful. No
Oh, wow.
botulism in my alcohol.
Aha. Okay. The rest of you can just see Giggles going out of the back of the kitchen with the bag in like his mouth and just going up the stairs.
Oh boy. Well, now we know what the bear's been doing.
Well, I mean, all those ideas had to go somewhere. Not bad to have a hobby, I guess.
Yes, mugging the towns of South, the people of Salisbury. Very good hobby. Ugh.
Ugh.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. Change that. There we go. It looks slightly better now. Everyone has their alcoholic drinks as well as their chocolate. And everyone has returned to Salisbury.
Yeah.
Save for the people that were not part of the group currently. Because Golai's asleep upstairs, and the elf people haven't even come to Fae Britain. Who knows where they are? We sure don't. We don't even remember them at this instance. Okay.
Sugma's just gonna throw back the alcohol.
Okay. Just down the hatch. Is there anything anyone else wishes to do?
I don't think so.
XYR said sea shanties.
Sea shanties.
Sea shanty.
Oh god.
What's the IRA one? Hold on. Let's get.
Oh, okay. He's having fun.
Where's the lyrics? The IRA rebel song or some shit. No, this is too fast. Oh, shit. Was it the last sea shanty? I'll do this one. I know it. Well, my father often told me when I was just a lad, a sailor's life's very hard, the food is always. But now I've joined the Navy. I'm aboard a man of war, and now I found a sailor ain't a sailor anymore. Don't haul on the rope,
Side
don't
DM,
climb up the
Mimic
mast.
/ Hippo,
But
said
if you
BRB.
see a sailing ship, it might be your last. Just get your civvies ready for another run ashore. A sailor ain't a sailor anymore. Okay, that's it. Drunk Sugma, there we go.
He went for it. That's the best we're getting.
Yeah, next time at the party.
Oh god.
Gonna be a full one, headass.
That sounds like hell.
It's 5 minutes of this.
5 minutes of pain.
Of sea shanties. No. Okay.
Well, the Farum is 3 or 4 days away. You guys have defeated one of the lesser calamities, and have essentially 2 to 3 bells that are available to be rung or have already been rung. Because you guys have been promised at the Farum. You have one in your possession, and you've already rung one. That being Oxford, Salisbury, not Salisbury, Oxford, Norwich, Gloucester. And then You've been promised Salisbury after you ring a couple more and get the ones you know of. Then you have the issue in Edinburgh.
Edinburgh, and then finding the last one.
You guys don't know anything about the last one.
All we know is that it's up north.
Up
Yes.
north. So
You
very
get-
safe to say, past Edinburgh.
Yep. And right now, you guys only have Gareth as well as D's with you guys in terms of and Mike. Mike's important.
It's important.
And there's red hair
He's
outside.
important. Z. All right, Burb is back. What to do? We have 4 days.
This is the issue with downtime, because you guys have succeeded in dealing with one of the larger events. And it's like,
Mhm.
do you guys embark on something just as major, or spend these current days just chilling out?
I know, right? It's just like,
Because you guys have a very limited amount of time until the greater calamity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's purely up to you guys if you want to wait for certain things up until then. 'Cause you
Right.
could
The
always search-
video game me is thinking more side quests, but at the same time, if you want to go through the story, you just skip time.
Another issue here is that dealing with whatever queen business you have is completely unrelated to the calamity itself.
I know.
Well, we've been here for like 5 days. 6 days.
Something like
days.
that.
Something like that. And we've done quite a lot in 5 days.
Right? Who says we can't stop there?
So true. Let's
You
just
guys have
get
worked
the
a
calamity
work
over
week.
with. Oh my
You've
god,
done
it's
a
been a
work week.
business week.
Let's go.
So what?
You've had a work week. You had a business week.
Oh. Yeah. So it's our choice to either go vacation mode or continue work.
Well, the Farium is in
4 days.
4 days.
Mhm. What can we get done in 4 days?
Not much. Because the only
I
other
mean,
bell we have to go to is the one that we don't know where it is and the one in Edinburgh.
true, and then there's other areas around the area that aren't like with bells, like Manchester,
Yeah.
Darlington, etc.
There are other things to handle as well. Because of course you guys have dealt with the minor calamity, and you guys are working towards the queen, but the queen isn't the only issue on the royalty side. There's still things like the Tamlin and whatever else might come up, like calamities or whatever else is happening nearby.
True. Gola wants to start a war, yet he has to fight not just the queen, the Tamlin, and then possibly even the calamity itself.
Hee funny. Haha, funny. Calamity day. No one's gonna like it except me. Haha, funny. It's gonna be hell for everyone else.
Ooh.
Right.
Maybe.
Maybe we beat up the DM in real life.
No.
Quickly, his IP
That's how we
address.
solve the calamity issue.
That's how we win.
I can get to his house in 20 minutes max.
Come on, he's the real hero right here.
It'll take me 3 days to get there.
I'll even make it D&D accurate and fight you using only my right hand.
It's his non-dominant hand. I have a chance.
I will play as Zera, the old one, and just use Vicious Mocker.
You will just be drunk the whole time.
Slam the
Fair enough,
alcohol
that's good.
cabinet.
Yes.
Blech.
Black.
Blech.
Black.
Looking at a quick review, specifically for
Mhm.
Zera. This is Zera's
Oh.
third campaign. Take that as you will. Either as a character or as the player. Either way, it's Zera's third campaign.
To be fair, I wasn't really trying to bring Zara into this until he brought up this scenario. I'm like, you know what? Why not?
Funny.
Because I actually was gonna retire her for D&D, so I'm like, I actually want to try something else. And then this is like, okay, no, this is fun.
Well, is there anything that anyone would like to do?
Cry.
Cry. Roll to cry. Roll to break
How
down.
hard am I
20.
sobbing?
Oh no.
I'll do whatever the others decide.
You crying too. Tears everywhere.
Gets a nat 20. The room is flooded now.
Let's see. I'm crying 4 hard.
4 hard. Not hard enough.
Not hard enough. You just sad.
You got that single tear down your face. Okay. Well, if there's not
Well, is
anything
there any
new-
small event before the Farium?
Well, there could be. The issue I see is that none of you have your main informant. Because anytime you guys needed to ask for something, you've had the Rainbow Wings. And they're not with you.
Oh,
So.
hey Da Vinci, do you have the newspaper?
Local
The
newspaper.
newspaper.
It's
The
still
local
just on
newspaper.
the story of the church burning down. They haven't had any other news.
Damn.
Breaking news. International trade say a church is burnt down, and this is what they have to say. And they were roommates.
They were lovers.
They were
Word.
lovers as well.
They were both.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
So asking for a newspaper, huh? We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Asking for a newspaper. He looks over, and goes to this little spot underneath his counter and takes it out. I'm not quite sure where I keep getting these, but they show up at the doorstep. So I pick them up, and if the little guy over there wants to read them, he can. But here you go. And there's a couple old stories going on. There is one that's just blasting the front page about the fact the calamity over Norwich is gone, and people are asking if it's the Queen's doing, or if it's not the Queen's doing, and if not, who are they? Blah blah blah. Behind that, there's still questions surrounding the burning of Sheffield, a odd burning down of a human ranch in just south of Salisbury. the upcoming Ferrum is
Oh.
happening and the big news there. Then there's a few pages about how the Great Auction's quote-unquote child of prophecy was a 40% child of prophecy at best. And that's the main stuff.
These are all stories of what happened so far.
What happened with the human farm branch?
That's where we came from.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
South of Salisbury, yeah.
I don't know my
don't
left
remember-
rights. You expect me to know north and south?
Fair enough, because Norwich is in the freaking east. It sounds like it should be north.
It's where you came from, they say. Interesting.
Should be. If not, oh well. Sucks
Oh
to be
well.
them.
Oh, well.
Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything happening before the Ferium.
There is a dedicated page purely to Fang Clan nonsense about how they're fighting still. They're just always fighting over there. And somehow Fang Clan records are death rates incredibly high, but also happy rates incredibly high.
Jesus.
They've never been
I know
happier.
it's just the best place to be at.
Well, I suppose we wait till then.
Okay.
It's 4 days, so.
Yeah, this is the biggest ask of just trying to figure out what we do with this spare time.
Right? Do we wait or cause mayhem?
Well.
I mean, you guys can always count melons.
Oh God.
No.
No.
So,
Exactly.
who exactly is going to the Ferium? Because we only have 4 tickets.
So we got you, me, Hippo,
The Hippo doesn't need to go.
and whoever else is actually playing with us. So I guess theirs.
The Hippo doesn't need to go.
You're not going?
The Hippo's
Oh,
in
right.
pain.
Hippo is indeed in pain.
Hippo will use this as a chance to rest in a room while you guys deal with things that could put him in more pain.
Well, I guess we'll take D's then. We'll take D's with us.
XYR said I can go regardless of ticket or not.
Fair enough. So you can just sneak in if you want.
Well, hey, if Fang is back by the time we go to the Ferium, he can join. He's no longer unconscious. Maybe we could take one of the bears.
Yeah, if Fang is here. Probably not.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe
If
Crazy
not-
Grandma wants to go.
We're gonna not give it to Garrett.
Oh yeah, I guess we could take Gareth or Deez or
I guess.
I guess. We can take D's.
I don't know how not almost dead he is.
He'll be back to full health by after a long rest.
We can only hope.
He just pokes him. He just cripples.
He dies.
He just dies.
Well, I'm all for just waiting until the Ferium.
Bum, 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 bum. Well, we'll see what everyone else does.
Yeah,
Because in the meantime, there's always other things that could happen.
hmm
I'm going to mute myself for a bit and do something. We'll just
Okay.
see. Because if you guys do end up deciding on doing something, you can.
Fair. Okay, what are we thinking? You want to do something, or you just want to wait?
I'm not exactly sure.
Right? Because if we wait, we're just gonna skip 4 days.
That's true.
So it's like, do we want to utilize our time, or are we just gonna chill for the day and move on to the party, which is more than likely. Pretty sure you're gonna be there as well. So yes.
I don't know. I feel like making a bomb.
XYR said, I think we
Oh,
should
no.
utilize our time, but I don't know what
About to do
exactly
a
to
terrorist
do.
attack at the ferry.
Yeah, yes.
Oh boy.
It's epic prank moment.
Yeah, that's the thing about utilizing our time though, because we have 2 bells now. One of them we can still ring. One of them is gonna be in Gloucester at the Ferium, so that's already a 3rd bell. And assuming after the 3rd bell we can ring Charlotte, which is in Salisbury. If not, we have to go to Edinburgh after the party. Or we can go to Edinburgh now, or, up north. It's really up to the thing. It's going to take another day to get to wherever we're going to go. It takes another day to get back. And who knows how long we're going to be doing in between. If I have to talk to people, fight, etc.
Certainly nothing will go wrong.
Surely.
Our DM will send up a competent party that doesn't involve murder and death, like always.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, yeah, we actually don't just murder. We're not murder hobos.
That's true. Oh, well.
Oh, well, he responded to that. So, looks like we are.
That's debatable.
We're a little bit of hobo murder. Hobos.
That's still
Zara
debatable.
doesn't remember their first campaign that well.
Fuck, how many times did we go to murder something in the second campaign? A lot.
See, but that's Zara, not Victoria.
Victoria did that shit too.
Oh yeah.
Your only excuse is I don't remember, and even then, that's not the best excuse.
I don't remember.
Your Honor, he doesn't remember.
He forgot.
Not guilty. Innocent.
In the mental asylum. You get put in the mental asylum instead.
Wait, what?
You get put in the mental asylum.
Yeah.
Cool, they accept. That's the verdict.
Victoria in court. Like, did you kill this person? Yes. So yeah, that's our options. Skip 4 days or attempt to get information on the next spell.
XYR said info.
Prep them is always useful.
BIRB, side DM, mimic / hippo, said hippo shall be in room.
Info, okay. Okay, so we got 4 days. We can... You pick up north or Edinburgh, which is
BIRB,
both north. But I
side
mean, up
DM,
north, past
mimic /
Edinburgh,
hippo,
or at
said he'll be
Edinburgh.
figuring out what to do now he is
He's
down
figuring out
arm.
what to do now. He is down arm. Fair.
Okay. I see you're all having fun.
Yeah, from the looks of it,
We
We
are
will
not
be-
fighting against you this entire time, DM.
Yeah? You playing Guess Who? You playing Guess Who based on vibes only?
Yes.
You ask the person across from you if they're racist?
are you racist? Yes. So the plan might be that we go up north for more
Okay.
info on the bells.
Interesting. Okay. So, going over info right now.
Okay.
Did Schleil catch everything I said in the newspaper earlier?
I didn't write it down, but like, kinda.
Okay. Making sure I'm going to correct you guys. That human
Oh.
ranch? No. That's not where you guys came from.
Oh.
You guys came from southwest. The forest where you guys came from, because the whole reason you guys picked up D's is because they haven't seen a human in a long time, and it would have helped them survive longer until they realized, hey, we can just eat him. There were no humans nearby. That is its own thing. That is the forest. The nameless forest, rather. I'm also going to note, you guys know a little bit about 2 out of 3 Tamlin. You don't even know the name of the third one.
True.
And there's just a lot of other stuff you guys can look into in regards to maybe the Queen, Round Table Army, King Clan, the heads of other clans, whatever you guys want.
There we go.
There's a lot to work with.
Yep, there's our options. Investigate that burnt down ranch, Tamlin, Queen, King's Clan, Edinburgh.
Well, I think we should probably keep like the bell stuff until after the Ferium. So maybe we could go and investigate the burned down human ranch.
Sure.
That's an option.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. There. To typing, there we go.
XYR said follow the leader.
Follow the leader. Which is Bofa.
Oh gosh, that's a bad
no.
idea.
This is an amazing idea. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Ignorance is
We're
bliss.
still fist fighting wargs.
He's been fist fighting wargs for days.
Exactly.
Like that.
This is how I grow my strength even though I'm not a barbarian anymore.
He's a strong
Right.
boy.
Strong boy. Okay.
Alright, let me close this right now.
I guess we're resting for the night and investigating tomorrow.
That
That
is
works.
up to you guys. Yeah. Yeah, with your sleeping horse outside. Uh,
Cool. Another.
everyone- Yep. Is anyone not taking the night to rest?
I said a long rest or short rest?
Long rest would be the night.
Okay.
A short rest is like an hour. I'm
Like a good
debating on
old
trying
nap.
a certain thing. Yeah. If we had more short rest focused classes in the party, well, we kind of do, but not as much as I would care for. I would rule it very differently, where we could have 2 short rests before needing to long rest. So it would essentially be another cooldown type thing. at any point between long rests, you could take 2 short rests so long as you announce it, and it could just be a personal short rest.
Mm-hmm.
And you could do it whenever you want instead of it taking an hour. Just a little breather for yourself. But that's more for, well, we do have Warlock, but it would be also for like monk classes and more martial classes. But most of you guys are spellcasters that are dependent on long rests anyway, so whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So there goes another day. Okay. I have to actually go a little ways back here. So investigating one of the fires in the newspaper here. We will look into things. As morning comes, you guys are all rested up, and you guys can all take a nice little look-see on the fact Red Hair's getting everything prepared in case you guys were going somewhere. And if anyone wants to grab anything on your way out, you guys can.
No, I don't think there's anything to get, so I'm going outside.
Everyone's sleeping off the Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Yes, sir. Okay. So who's going with? We got Bofa, Sugma, and Sarah.
Okay. You guys can actually choose if you want to take Dee's, Gareth, or neither of them.
We can take Gareth.
Yeah. I don't know. Should we just keep? We can keep these here just to be safe.
You can rest a little longer.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be a good idea to take a human to the human ranch.
Oh
Burn
yeah,
down
you're right.
Human Ranch.
A burn
Yeah.
down human ranch, but a human ranch nonetheless.
Indeed.
Very true.
Okay. So, you guys wanted to take Gareth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the hippo doing?
Contemplating
On if you're going or not, or what?
what he's doing with a fucked up arm.
You listen, you can try and find another guy that does bones arms.
No.
Well, then I guess you're shit out of luck. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe you can go
figure
ask
it out
Charlotte.
myself.
Would different bones help him?
Maybe,
It's not how this works.
possibly.
Not how this works. That's not how anatomy goes.
Could possibly very well help.
That is not how anatomy goes.
Well, who's to say?
There's more than just bones in an arm.
Who's
Yeah,
to
but-
say?
We can just use magic.
We'll
if
put
we
a couple
replace
muscles
the
in
arm?
there or something.
At this point, the hippo's tempted to just cut open his arm and be like, "This is what an arm looks like."
What if we replace the entire arm?
Not Merlining this shit.
Who's Merlin?
Don't
Who's
worry.
to say?
Who's Merlin?
No. I'm not dealing with you and your amnesia.
Quote
Amnesia?
unquote
Like
amnesia
the Dark
using one
Descent?
hand.
Hippo just goes back upstairs and back into the room.
You okay?
Just from upstairs, you hear fucking people who can't even remember their name.
He's going through it.
Deez is
having a
just sitting
moment.
in one of the tables. Are you guys going?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Another adventure.
He's playing with the cube again.
The cube, it's bad
He
Not the
hasn't done
cube.
anything.
for now. Things never do things until they do things.
What?
You'll never know when things happen until they happen.
So how do you know it's dangerous?
It feels bad. I got the bad aura from it.
Okay.
Just put it down.
Why?
Hold on. Fuck, my sneeze just went away. I hate those sneezes.
He can
Okay.
sneeze, but
Why?
he can't sneeze.
It's just bad. Well, he can probably play with it. He's not gonna trigger the word anyway.
Well, we don't even know what the word is.
Exactly. So he's not gonna know either.
Well, he might say it on accident.
Do you think it's a simple word?
Maybe.
Try a
Who
simple
knows?
word. Let's do it.
No.
Bologna.
Nothing happens.
See, nothing happened.
Sure.
Are we sure it's a word?
It could be a sound.
Are we sure it's a sound?
Wapoosh.
Probably. Maybe.
XYR said I'm very
He'll be
confused.
fine. I doubt he'll trigger it.
Oh, so
Come
we
on
found
now.
this box that's like dangerous.
Presumably
Yeah.
Turns into
dangerous.
a castle. Presumably, it turns into a castle.
If it does
Okay.
that, it might just destroy more than just the tavern. Anyway,
Okay.
we can go outside. Gareth, come along.
Oh, I'm coming. Give me a second here. She's coming out the back, lifting this giant crate. And just puts it down by the door, like closing off the entranceway to the kitchen room. There we go.
What's that for?
Why'd you close off the kitchen?
Mike's asleep.
What if he needs to get out?
No.
No.
What do you mean, no? He has a
No.
business to run.
Not right now. He's asleep.
Did you make him go to sleep?
No.
Then why are you blocking the door? Just,
I don't
he
want
can
the
come
bears
out.
bothering him while he sleeps.
He's trustworthy. The bears haven't done anything while we were
Bears
away.
are fine. They just mug people.
Yeah,
Not
they
Mike.
don't. They mug people, not Mike.
Mike is people.
He's the exception.
Are you sure?
Probably.
It's gotta be. Well, what's the reason for blocking his room?
So we can sleep.
You don't have to block his room
Well, what if he wakes up and wants to get out?
and use the
He won't.
bathroom. You know.
Why not?
He just won't.
But why?
He'll be fine until we get back.
But we don't know how long we're gonna be gone.
We'll be fine.
I'd like to roll to see if she's bullshitting right now.
Okay.
What do I do? Insight?
Yeah.
pool. Fuck me. 11.
She is 100% telling the truth.
What the fuck?
There is
Well,
no
I don't
sense
know.
of doubt. There is no lying. That's as far as you can tell.
You try,
be fine.
Bofa.
He'll be fine until we get back.
Fine from what?
Okay.
He was fine before.
Yeah, he's sleeping now.
I'm sure he slept before.
Yeah, but the bears keep getting in the kitchen.
Yeah, but they're not bothering him. They're just taking out people's IDs and
Yeah, but
money.
you
They're
think
not
the
taking
bears are
his
gonna
stuff.
eat everything in the kitchen?
Well, the bears really only eat the meat. I
Are
think.
you sure? Have you seen them?
Maybe. Probably.
Okay.
Well, Zier's typing. What does he want to say?
XYR said the bears can't build their stash up.
They can't build their stash up. They're going into hibernating.
Hibernate. What's a hibernation?
When they go to sleep for a long time.
Oh, like your friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
technically. Alright, fine. You win.
You'll be fine
At least leave
until
a
we get back.
crackle.
You'll be fine until we get back.
Okay.
Deez is here. And Hippo's here. And Gef's here.
Yeah,
Okay, are we going?
I believe so. Let's go.
Okay. And everyone moves outside that is going. Is Gef not going?
No, he's upstairs, still from upstairs. How can they function if they can't remember?
He's angry. Deez is remaining, and Gareth is going with as you guys go into the carriage, and Red Hair is all hooked up. Hello, friends!
Hello.
I have not seen you for
Hello.
quite some time. Nice hair.
Right?
Thank you.
Your hair is more luscious than the day before.
It sure is.
It
It's
has grown
grown.
nicely.
Yes, it has. My hair's back.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Is this everyone?
Yep.
For today, I believe.
Where are we going?
You know what
South
the human
South.
ranch is?
Human Ranch.
Yeah.
I see. Will you be procuring any humans?
If they're still there, I heard it burned down.
I see. I hope they still have a kitchen.
I hope so too.
Well, everyone aboard. What
right.
speed shall we be going?
Reckless abandon.
Of
Ooh,
course.
Of course.
We haven't seen you go apeshit in a while. Let's do it.
It has been a day or 2 or 3. Who knows? I have been sleeping.
We heard.
Ah, I did not think I snored.
You, kind of.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Yeah, your snoring is quite unique.
I will take that as a compliment. Now, everyone, hold on to something.
Yeah, so you might wanna hold on. I don't know if you've gone reckless abandon speeds with us before. I don't remember.
Yes. Oh, there. Nope. This is it. Their first time riding with us.
Hold on.
Hold on to your tits.
As soon as he says, hold on,
XYR
he
said
breaks
if I hate
forward.
it, I will teleport.
Everyone make a nice constitution check for me. We'll
Yes,
see how well
sir.
you're handling this ride. Okay.
8.
You're feeling very queasy.
Mhm.
8.
You are also feeling very queasy. Do you need me to
Well,
roll for
damn.
you there?
18.
He got
18?
8. They got
Okay.
18.
18, you are feeling just fine. Nothing is wrong.
What
And
the
Gareth
fuck?
is also fine. Rocky ride as it is, you don't feel ill or anything. Like, the worst this is you're driving off-road. And you're fine with
XYR said
uneven
flex
places.
biceps.
Having been in the forest for a while.
BIRB, side DM, mimic/hippo, said.
What the hell?
What did you send? The inside of an arm?
What the fuck is this?
Huh?
Oh, what the hell?
I don't know whether to finish reading this or not.
I'm not gonna
Huh?
bother. I don't want to take part in that story time.
Fuck's sake. All I read was anus, and that was it. I'm like, oh god.
Don't want to know.
I'll read it out loud so the stream gets it.
I'm muting you.
It's chronic pain. Ow.
Yeah, Daniel read it. He did good.
He didn't do good.
The funny thing is, I went to like a medical school for a bit before dropping out, and that is scary.
Got
That's their
that
fault.
large nut so far up herself that it fixed her back pain. Woo!
XYR said no more scoliosis.
No more scoliosis.
Looks like all you need is a good ass fucking to fix your back pain.
Bruh.
Jesus.
You guys eventually get there, and despite the fact it was burned down days ago, or at least a couple of days ago, shit's still not looking too hot. Well, it is hot, but not great. The flames are still burning as if they've been going for days and look as if they will never go out. Red Hair stops in his tracks just short of it. I do not believe the kitchen will be intact.
I don't think so.
I am
No.
disappointed. Smells like
Well
Fang
then.
Clan. And ash. Mm.
Mm.
Well, we are at the
Well.
destination.
We sure are. Well,
Will there be anything to even investigate?
all on fire.
Right.
Hmm. Why did we come here?
I don't know. Just felt like
Curiosity.
it.
Well. Gareth hops out of the carriage and just starts looking around without saying anything. Let's see here. Red Hair is just sniffing around while Gareth's looking by themselves. Whatever they're looking for, no one knows.
We shall join the investigation, see what's around. I
You all
assume we
sticking
will.
together.
What's
Yeah.
going on other than all the fire?
You're not splitting up and looking for clues. There's not
Any
really much
good
to
horror
split up
movie?
and look
It's
for.
like the first rule of being in a horror movie is don't split up.
Is this
Right.
a horror movie?
I suppose everything's on fire.
Here's the next question. Who here, does any of the people here contribute to the
XYR said
equivalent of
XYR
being
would like
black?
to use prestidigitation to create a small
I'm
gust of
brown.
wind to try make some flames disappear.
No.
Don't split up.
We're completely
Ooh.
white.
Prestidigitation.
So where the fuck goes? Anyone there?
Don't let Bofa go alone.
I can't believe my impression translates into D&D.
Using prestidigitation to create a small gust of wind, trying to make them go away. Some of the small, like, smoldering pieces are going away, but not the larger fires. And that little gust seems to fuel a little bit of the bigger fires as they seem to get a little larger. But it does take care of the smaller ones.
Oh, Sugma would like to use control flames and see if she can
XYR
just,
said oops.
halt the flames a bit.
Okay.
It is a cantrip. Cool. So she's kind of like 60 feet around her in like a big old circle. Flames will basically stop for the time being.
Okay. Putting out the flames, at least as much as you can. There's a lot of wreckage, and there seem to be a lot of like smoldering, like pieces of buildings and wooden like automatons, stuff like that. But there is occasionally a sight of like a dismembered body part. Something went down here.
Oh Jesus. Oh boy. Okay, let's get to the center of the place.
Is there a stick on the ground anywhere near me?
Yes. Most of them were on fire.
Cool. I'm gonna put a piece of bread on a stick and roast it over the fire to make toast.
Priorities straight right there.
Yup.
Kitchen's not working. Improv.
And I'm gonna eat some toast.
Fair enough. That's a building, right? In this
Yes.
picture. Okay. Sugma's gonna go into the center and see what's around.
XYR said invest.
Okay, everyone's investigating. People
Yeah.
have somewhat lost track of where Gareth went, but inside there is a familiar white cloak of a fairy.
Uh-oh.
He's been there for you guys, he's just never told you his name.
Fuck. It's fucking... What's his name? The beggar. The king of beggars or some shit. I think that was his name. Guys, I think we found someone we know.
Oh.
Not great.
What is
Sugma just like moves around the body to tries to flip it over to see the face, if possible.
Upon flipping it over, it's revealed that what you're looking at was a mannequin.
You cut out.
You find a mannequin of the dude.
Oh.
It looks like it was put
Be right back.
together by like other people. It wasn't the dude himself.
Never mind. False alarm.
There is,
eerie, though.
however, a white moth.
XYR
not
said
that.
someone made a shrine.
How big is this moth?
It's like about the size of like your arm.
Oh Jesus. Someone made a shrine, yeah. Seems like it. Where else can we look here? Anyone got water?
XYR said no.
No. Okay. Fair enough. Let's see here. Gareth, do you have water?
You have lost track of where Gareth is.
Shit. Gareth is gone.
The moth,
Zare,
upon
can you look
noticing
for...
you and like leaving
Oh.
you alone for a bit, goes outside and flies off.
Oh. Huh. Interesting. Zare, maybe follow that moth. If you can.
If you can.
XYR said on it.
Own it. Is there anything else in the building or no?
There just seems like odd belongings. Like it feels more like a child playpen more than anything else. Human ranch and all that. And this is where we
Interesting.
stored them and they did their thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then Sigma will follow along with Zare.
Trying to follow the moth. You guys end up finding that it flies towards the edge of the ruins, and there's this small little house on the edge of it. And the moth flies over it, but Gareth is entering it.
Oh shit. Let's just watch him afar and see what happens. He rolled. Not good. He did a roll.
Ooh, okay.
Oh no, excited noises too. That's also not good. Shit. Can we do anything here?
Well, Gareth went inside.
Okay, fuck it. Too late.
XYR said, do we still need the moth?
Do we still need the moth? No. The building is more or less where it led us.
XYR said, okay.
Yeah, let's just follow Gareth. Let's get in the building. Let's go in the building. Man, I got a stuff fucking nose, goddamn.
So you guys are going inside?
Yes.
Okay. In this small little house on the corner of the ranch, there is there's gonna be no picture to go with this, just description. There is it looks like this little home. Like it looks like it was made to emulate one of those like little tyke homes, but in reality a living home to the point where someone could live in it, where there's a bunch of toys and there's a bunch of small things, and it was just meant to occupy like a child. It's dusty as hell. There's no one inside other than Gareth, which Gareth is just looking over these like pictures in the back that are on this sort of dresser, and there seems to be something that was meant to be placed over the mantle, but it's gone.
Interesting. Is there anything important on the pictures? Like, is there any character that we should be looking at here?
Give me a history or insight check.
Gotcha. I knew there was going to be something here. History. Here we go. Man, my rolls are shit. 19 though.
Okay. Which one did you roll?
History.
Okay. Taking a look into the photos, you can see there is a sort of young girl with this sort of whitish hair, alongside a dude with this like somewhat gray hair who looks like around Gareth's age or younger. And then there's someone in the Fang clan, and there is Charlotte. You're not quite sure who the Fang clan person is, but the suit seems familiar. You've seen Charlotte. You don't know who the little two are. The girl's a little short, and the you don't recognize the boy either. You just notice they have gray hair, and they just look a bit young. You're not sure how old these are. There's no date on them or anything.
Gareth is blonde, right?
Gareth himself is blonde, yes.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
not Gareth.
Uh-oh.
It's not her.
Okay. Could you say who's on the photo again one more time? Just rapid fire it.
There is Lady Charlotte, the leader of Salisbury's Wind clan.
Mhm.
There is a Fang clan person whose suit seems very familiar, but you don't know who they are. There is a young-looking girl who seems to be younger than the dude, but the dude seems to be around Gareth's age with gray hair. You might want to write that down for when Bofa comes back.
Yeah, I'll put that in the church notes. So let's see here. Little hut. To the ranch. What? Woodward.
Woodward.
Putting Woodbos, possible Woodbos.
Woodward. Squidward. Squilliam.
Squilliam, Fang member, a young girl. Not Gareth.
Young girl
Garrett,
with white
goddamn.
hair.
Yeah. Young girl with white hair, right?
Yes, white hair.
What?
And
Okay,
then the boy
white
had
hair.
gray hair. They're barely different.
Okay.
Woo!
With gray hair. There we go.
There you go.
Got good information there. Interesting. Is there anything else to look around in this building?
As I said, this seems to be an imitation of some sort of like family home. And there is like a sort of placement for something above the fireplace, but whatever's there is long gone.
Interesting. So it's like
The
a mantle
place-
for like a weapon?
Perhaps. This place is incredibly dusty. It hasn't seen anyone living in it for a while. And based on the door itself, it looks like it was boarded up.
It was what?
The door looks like it was boarded up before Gareth entered.
Oh boy. Interesting. Let's see what Sarah's gonna say.
XYR said if dusty, is there
If
any dust
dusty is-
outlines?
Dust outlines of what?
Ooh, that's a good thing to look for. Maybe footprints or bodies.
XYR
see.
said like objects that previously placed there or those. XYR said just anything.
Okay. In terms of recently placed things and possibly moved things, there's obviously the photographs that have been picked up and moved around, but there seems to be one or two missing. There seems to be less dust on the closet and stuff like that. But that's about it. There's no footprints or anything other than your own.
Open the closet, for sure.
Okay. Opening up the closet, there's been clothes removed off clothes hangers. There's nothing left inside. But based on like the bottom of it, where there were shoes, they look like small women's shoes. Like children's women's shoes.
Oh boy. Because I'm curious, Sugma's going to go to the mantle by the fireplace and see if they move. Kind of
What do
like
you
a
mean?
secret compartment. Like a secret compartment. She's trying to move things around.
Interesting. Let's see. Moving stuff around, like the mantle itself. You can see it's rather large, whatever is supposed to fit. Like, it's not for a sword or a dagger or something tiny. It's more befitting a larger thing that would take 2 arms to wield, typically.
Oh.
But you're not finding anything moving or anything of the sort.
Interesting. So it might be like a great sword user or something? Or axe?
Maybe.
Wait.
What's up?
This might be an old house of Gawain?
Bruh.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Wait, but Gawain won also, though. Fuck.
I like how Bofa came back peeped up. Oh,
soon as we
Gawain.
talked about
Awooga.
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 came back at the right time.
Welcome back.
Sort of.
They're investigating a
God.
house on the outskirts of the ranch.
Alright. I'm gonna need a very small recap of what happened so I can write it
Uh,
down.
In the notes, I believe Sugma placed them.
Yeah, Kirch notes.
Ah,
There's a little,
I see.
little bit there.
There's a little bit of what they're currently investigating.
Cool.
Little abandoned hut, not but, next to the ranch. Young-looking Charlotte is wrong.
Oh, is that wrong?
That is just Charlotte. Nothing's changed.
Just straight up Charlotte. Okay, just straight up Charlotte. Okay.
Yep, former Fang Clan leader. Oh, no, I didn't say leader. I said former Fang. I said Fang person, Fang Clan character, who had a suit that looked familiar. There was a young girl with white hair next to a boy around what looks like Gareth's age with gray hair. There's no date on the photo. They looked happy. There we go.
Okay, that works.
You were letting your brain go, and that's what you wrote down.
A little bit, yeah.
You said the Fang Clan member looks important or
The
familiar?
Fang Clan member's outfit looks familiar. That's what I said.
Yeah. The only thing familiar of an outfit would be like Woodboss.
Yeah,
From-
you don't recognize him though.
Yeah. Very interesting.
They're all having a little smile. It looks like an odd imitation of a family portrait.
And doesn't look like anyone's been at the house recently at all.
You guys have walked around the room so much you can't tell.
We can't tell anymore. Okay.
And you can't tell if it was boarded up before Gareth entered or not.
True. Gareth, what's the... Did you just walk into the house? Nothing? No resistance?
There was no one here.
Interesting. Okay.
I haven't seen anyone since I got here.
It is dusty, so I doubt anyone is here now.
Not seen
If there
anyone.
was, they would actually clean the place. Is there anything else we can find here? Sugba goes outside to see if there's a cellar. Maybe there's a cellar around here.
There is not.
Not. Okay, so she's just outside looking for nothing.
Outside looking around the outside. Oh shit.
And there's nothing there. Shit.
Well, around the back there were training dummies. It looks like whoever lived here, they were preparing them for something.
Oh, training dummies.
There are slash marks on them, so whatever weapon they were using had an edge.
Had an edge. Interesting.
Maybe it's what they put above the mantle, but whatever it is isn't there anymore.
XYR said invest.
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 In stocks.
In stonks.
Stocks,
We
bro.
overrule the queen by investing more. We invest more into the castle than the queen does. We take ownership.
How to
We
beat the
have
queen.
Fae Britain.
Business.
XYR said see if it's jagged cuts or clean.
See if it's
Ooh.
jagged cuts or clean. Ooh.
Someone's using their brain.
Zare's too smart for us.
Zare and Golai were prepared for a Sherlock Holmes game.
We are more prepared for a Scooby-Doo-like investigation.
I love this. I love this combination.
We got the dumbasses and then the smart one. Alright. Jagged or clean?
And what you investigating? Where's your numbers? Where's the funny math
Oh.
rock?
Where's the funny numbers?
Where's the funny click clack?
Let's see what they roll. Let's turn an attack roll.
Did you make an attack
Oh.
roll?
No.
Are you
someone
attacking
else
the
did or
dummies?
something. Oh, they got a nat 20. Goddamn.
Oh, Zare?
Yeah.
Zare's
I'm
investigating.
22.
Okay. These are incredibly clean in comparison. At least some of them. When it comes to one of the dummies, they have incredibly clean cuts, and the cuts are more jagged in the way that an amateur would cut with it. But it looks like it was the same weapon.
Huh.
It does not have natural jagged, like, edge to it.
XYR said, how deep are the cuts?
It looks like along the side, they do not have much edge to it, where, maybe it's a point, and then there's one that looks like it was plunged straight into the center of the dummy. And it's very round.
XYR said, guys, I think we can narrow down what they had over the mantle.
What would that be?
XYR said, person standing, yes.
So, yes.
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 Very good deduction.
They had
Sorry, I
something
just
over the
regained
mantle.
consciousness. So.
XYR said, what God said, not my God.
Oh, what God said. Not my God.
What did I say?
Interesting. Whatever weapon it is, it can slash and it can plunge.
You can do slashes and thrusts.
Maybe a polearm. Wait, what hair did P have? Whatever his name is.
P.
P. What color hair did he have?
Your name is
XYR
P.
said, we do know there is a child and parental / teacher figure.
Indeed,
No,
there
is a
is.
child and parent, a teacher figure. Yeah, we have one possible. Well, not one possible. We do have one person that we can talk to, and that is Charlotte.
Charlotte on that
What's your-
maybe date. Whenever that
Yeah.
was.
We should probably take that photo. Detective's there.
XYR said, I'm just here.
Indeed, they are. Doing the heavy lifting.
I'm just here. Nah. You in our group now, so you gotta do some. You're doing some lifting.
They've been doing some lifting. They just got a really
Well, I
good
mean,
hint
like-
for you, man.
Right. Okay, let's take the photo and maybe I guess we go back to Salisbury. Knock on Charlotte's door and be like, "Hey, yo, Shawty, what's this?"
Bruh.
Okay, so Sugma's gonna go back inside, take the photo, and wait for everyone, and then we can go, I suppose, unless we want to keep investigating the building. If there's anything else.
XYR said, do we need more?
Is there anything outside of the building, or is it like just the
They-
building left?
They were outside. That's where they found the training dummies.
Oh.
Yeah. Do we need more? Not sure. Since Sugma's the video game nerd in me is telling me to search inside the fireplace real quick.
The fireplace.
Yes, you can
Search
always
the
a good spot.
Ashes in the ashes of the building.
No, this is the abandoned building.
This is one that's on the corner that's mostly untouched by flame.
I see.
So it was
this one's
mostly
not
put
burned
together.
down. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just old, kind of, maybe. Who knows?
See, who knows? We're gonna search in that fireplace.
You
See
gonna
what's
give me
there.
a funny roll, math man?
Yes, sir. What are we rolling? Investigation, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was something else.
You're
Investigation.
investigating.
17. Do I find anything?
Ripped pieces of a photo.
Oh shit. Okay, that's actually. I wasn't expecting that. Is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Is it visible that we can see what's in it on it?
It's covered in like the soot and that's been lingering in the bottom of it. You can
Ugh, so
only
that's
see
not
a
gonna
little
come-
bit, but it was a picture between the two white and gray-haired kids.
Yeah.
Can't make
Okay.
out much else.
I guess we'll keep that as well. So it's with the kids. Surprising.
Uh,
Anything?
I would like to know in the pictures. I was mistaken earlier. They don't look Gareth's age. They look even younger.
Oh, younger than Garrett.
Because Gareth themselves, as a fairy, they don't grow up. They stay the same as they always are from the time of creation. Gareth looks like about 12-ish. The boy and the girl there, they look like they're 6.
Oh, what the hell? What
Yes.
the hell?
Very young. Very, very young. But the pictures aren't that faded.
Interesting. Okay.
So they might be
Well-
recent, but they're very dusty, and if they were recent, where are the people? Where'd
Yeah,
they go?
where the heck? Let's see what there says.
XYR said at least a couple months FRFR.
At least a couple months for real, for real.
That is a good guess.
Yeah, it is dusty as hell. I would say maybe just a month, honestly. Speaking from experience, because my table got dusty as fuck for just a month. Okay. Is that everything? Is there anyone else want to keep investigating? If not, we can go speak to the Charlotte.
XYR said onward.
Onwards we go.
Onwards. Let's
Oh,
go.
we're down here?
Yep.
Okay. Gareth stops looking at what they were looking at and then gets up to move on. Are we done here?
Yes, we can return back to Salisbury. You can continue to follow with us, or you can go back to the tavern. Up to you.
Okay. I think I should go check on Jefferson.
On Jefferson and make sure Da Vinci could actually leave his room.
He's still sleeping.
That's very concerning. Okay.
He'll wake up. Promise. He's just still sleeping. I need to check on Jefferson first.
Okay. Red hair.
Red hair is waiting there. He's been munching on a carrot like a cigar again.
My boss, red hair. Back to Salisbury, my good man.
Have you found what you are looking for?
Perhaps.
That is not a yes or a no. Have you found what you're looking for?
Maybe.
That is not a yes or a no.
XYR said no.
I understand. Unfortunate. The carriage is ready for you, if you wish to leave.
Yep. Back to Salisbury, in front of Charlotte, if you can. Let's do the funnies. Can you go straight into Charlotte's window?
No.
Damn it. Okay.
Why would I do that?
Cause the funnies, red hair.
You do realize that's his literal employer. Telling a dude to break into their boss's home.
It's their boss. It's fine.
That makes it worse.
It's dropping in, you know?
Well, with everyone aboard, we can quickly make our way back.
Yup. Reckless abandonment.
Okay. With everyone aboard, they go on their way back. As soon as you guys get to the outskirts of Salisbury, Gareth quickly says, "Stop, stop, stop. I am getting off right here."
Oh.
You guys, you have your fun. I'll see you later.
Where are you going?
I need to do something. I'll be there later.
You said you was gonna go see Jefferson.
And I will. You guys go have fun. Red hair, go. He tells her, as soon as she does, red hair ends up going off, and you guys are going towards the cathedral.
Gareth kind of sus right now. That's a roll. Okay, well, we're here. I guess we walk into the cathedral. Is Coral there? I'm guessing.
Yes, she is tending to the podium as if she's looking for something.
Is Madame Charlotte here today? Coral?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Do you need something?
Is she busy today? Just like to talk to her about some things.
She's most likely having tea right now.
You think we can come in, or should we wait?
It's better to not interrupt people. But last time, you all did that anyway.
What's this? Oh, thank you. Then in that case, we'll go in. Just go in.
Is that what everyone's doing? Just going in?
just like the other fairy did last time.
Just like rainbow wings.
Yep, just like rainbow wings. It's like, okay, I think we'll just go in.
There's much less of you than there were previous.
You're not wrong with that.
Okay, is everyone going in?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
XYR said yes.
Oh, come here, I gotta
Okay,
read
so
this.
continuing past Coral, who's continuing to look for something. You guys all go to the connected part that leads into the bell tower and go up and are outside the large double doors, and it sounds like she's talking with someone.
Oh shit. Let's just listen in.
Is that the decision?
Sure. Well, let's listen.
Yeah, we can't just interrupt like that.
Okay. Well, it's lovely to hear from you again. And then there's silence immediately afterward. And then she keeps continuing. I'm excited by what you've told me. I do hope you can see me next time. For now, do keep me updated. It's a joy to speak with you. And then there's silence again. And then there's just another voice. That was annoying!
Oh.
There's a frog in there.
For fuck's sake.
Can you close the window next time? I almost got fur in my soup. It's okay. Next time, well, I'll let you have a much different seat across the table. They're just having a nice conversation with apparently soup for the frog.
Across the table. Oh no. Interesting. Okay. Is their conversation still going?
They're just discussing things. Whatever that third thing was that she was talking to, it seems to be gone, as they're only speaking directly to each other.
So now it's just Borgor.
Yeah, it's just I for Gore with Charlotte.
Ferg.
Ferg.
Okay, then, well, Sugma's gonna just knock on the door and just waltz on in. You busy? Are you busy?
Oh, how bold of you. Coming in unannounced.
I did knock.
Well, what is the business you have here?
Well, surprisingly, we've come across something quite interesting, and Sugma just takes out the photo.
You have not rung the bells required! The frog
we're
is
not
just
here
yelling
about
at you.
this. We're not here about
Lies!
the bell.
You have been told the deal. Get out.
You know, I'm quite having the craving for frog legs. Charlotte,
Understandable.
you
Have a nice day. And then he dives into the soup. Oh, do ignore him. He's simply caffeinated right now. What is it you found?
Well, here's a photo, and apparently you're in it. She just hands it to Charlotte. Is there anything you can tell us about, I suppose, your past life?
She looks over it and then simply says, "Oh, this was a while ago. I don't remember it well. But, my dear Melu." She stares at it for a second after saying whatever she just said. And then she just sort of passes it back to you without saying much. I don't remember it well. It was a while ago.
Huh. Well, do you know that the ranch by this building that you supposedly had before is burnt down?
What? She seems
The
to
human rat?
completely ignore whatever you just said and did not really hear you.
Oh.
You can't tell if it was deliberate or not.
Can I roll to see if she was being deliberate?
Okay, give me insight.
Insight, here we go. Give me a good roll. Fuck me in the asshole. 13.
Just like with Gareth, you feel she is telling the complete truth on how she doesn't remember.
Let's see. Well. Oh. Fuck me. Anyone else want to ask questions, perhaps?
I wouldn't know what to ask.
You don't know
Fair.
what to ask.
Do you know anything about the family you created, Charlotte?
What family?
Well, the people in this photo, this Fang clan member here, and the two kids.
That was Woodwose, the last Fang Clan leader. Not quite sure what happened to him.
Interesting. And what about the kids?
Oh, humans, most likely.
And with that, I would assume you have no idea where they are as well.
Not that one. Not
Not that
currently.
one. Which?
I don't know where either of them are right now.
Oh.
I have my own business to attend to. I haven't seen that one in a while. I'm just a human boy.
Which one?
It's just a human boy.
But he was your kid, right? Or was just an adopted kid?
No.
No. Well, thank you for your time. I suppose we shall be going.
Is that all the business you had here?
Suppose so, unless anyone else wants to say anything. Zare, perhaps? No?
We'll see. It doesn't appear like Zara has something to say.
Nope. Seems like it, so... Well, thank you for your time. Just...
Yes, of course.
Then, with a bow, we just walk out, I suppose, yeah. I would...
I don't
to
know what you
cast
just said.
message. Huh? Oh, I'd like to cast message on Charlotte. Not to say anything. I want to hear her inner thoughts, if that's possible, if that's a thing.
The weather's lovely today.
For fuck's sake. I think so. I was hoping for like inner monologue, like, damn, they all know me or some shit.
I wonder if the moth will come back.
No useful information. Okay, I guess moving on then.
Moving on.
Are you shutting off message?
Moving on. Yeah, shutting off message.
Okay.
Immediately start saying important stuff.
Maybe.
It's always how it goes.
Maybe I was about to open my mouth and say something.
Yeah, I know.
Right as I opened my mouth, you said, "Oh, nothing important."
For God's sake. Nope.
Now I get to say nothing. So I'm
No,
gonna go
message
sit
ain't-
down here.
Message is back on the fuck.
Nah, I'm down here now.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Good.
Okay, well, walking. God damn it.
Well,
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 not gonna lie. Kind of waste of time.
well, I guess we should probably go check on Mike Winky, and see if
Mike
he's
Binky.
been untrapped and is awake.
I hope so. Let's
I
go.
also hope so.
Let's see if Jefferson's good as well. Probably not. He's probably still yelling at himself.
So you guys are just returning back?
Yeah. A little
Okay.
defeated. Not
You
know-
guys don't
not
even need
learning
to
much.
board the carriage. You guys are within walking distance because it is a single town of Salisbury. You guys return back to the tavern of Mike Dubinky. Trying to set it back up. Red Hair settles the carriage back against the tavern side. As you guys go back inside, you guys do not hear Jefferson upstairs. Deez is just reading the newspaper you guys were reading earlier. And there's no noise coming from the back.
Uh-oh.
Where's Mike?
Hmm.
The D's, did Mike ever come out?
No, he's sleeping.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And Jefferson, is he still here?
He left earlier.
He left. What the hell?
Did he say where?
No, he didn't say anything to me. He just left.
Okay.
Huh.
He
Okay.
looked
Well,
determined
let's
to do something.
Hmm.
maybe fix his arm.
Maybe. I hope he's okay. I hope he's
Well.
alright.
Me too.
Me too. Now, more concerning, we need to see if Mike is actually sleeping or not.
Oh yeah, he had a rope. I don't know what
Wait,
for,
what?
but he had a rope.
He had a robe.
A rope.
A rope.
What the fuck?
I don't know. He just left with a rope.
And now he's
Wait,
sleeping?
No, the hippo.
Oh.
Jefferson.
I was about to go ape shit right now. I was like, no, no, no.
Mike is sleeping.
So where Mike going with the rope?
Where's Mike going
like,
with the
what?
rope?
Like, why does Mike have a rope? What happened? No. I'm about to need me a trigger warning. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna play that as if Sugma didn't get context that was actually hippo. Sugma kicks the box to the side and just slams the door open.
The box was actually pretty light in comparison to what it looked like Gareth was carrying earlier, where it looked really heavy. And then opening up the door, he's literally sleeping on the kitchen floor with a pudding cup. Bro had some pudding and passed out.
He's
He's
Yeah.
fine.
Victoria just sighed like, oh, he was just high.
He's fine.
He's fine. Jesus.
I
Okay
guess
then.
he is sleeping.
Well, yeah, he'll be asleep for the whole day, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Rat.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
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 Well,
This
what shall we do now?
Mike is
Mike
sleep
is
with
fine.
pudding.
Yeah,
Shin
hi,
is
and
a
took a
bit.
little nap.
All you know is that hippo lift with rope.
Yeah. Hippo with a rope.
You gonna do tie his arm back together?
I don't know.
No, he ain't gonna do anything stupid.
He didn't even acknowledge that I was playing with the cube. I
Yeah,
thought
at
he'd
this
get
point,
mad
whatever
at me
happens,
again.
happens.
Okay. I think it is a regular cube.
Hmm. Well, if a castle appears and the whole place gets destroyed, that's on you.
Oh.
Yeah. What's that?
Anyways,
What's this?
how's the reading coming along?
Nice. I'm learning
Great.
words.
Thank you.
That's great.
Sounding out some of these is hard. Why do they spell
Reading.
Glockster like this?
You know, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Some words are just like that. Dumb and
Okay.
stupid. I hate reading.
My-
My cube. Where'd it go?
Well, so I'm gonna to just sleep the rest of the day.
Good night. Well, what's going on now?
I mean, we should probably find the hippo.
True, the hippo. Oh, well, he might come back. Yeah. Fuck it, let's go look for him.
Yeah, what else do we have to do?
Couldn't have gone that far. Yeah, he could have gotten that far.
So we looking for the hippo?
Sure.
Yeah, why not? Is there any big old footprints that he leaves behind?
What a great question.
I'm gonna do investigation. Looking for big old hippo footprints. 14. Does that work, Burb?
Burb decide.
I don't give a shit. There's a better plan here.
Coin toss.
Better plan.
No, the better plan is called ask the locals if they saw a giant hippo. Can't be anyone else.
You there, random bystander. Have you seen a big ass hippo?
Ah! Who are you?
Have you seen big 9 foot tall hippo?
I don't want what you're selling.
Next person. Already defeated. Next person.
And don't come back.
I will fireball your entire lineage.
Eat shit.
Sugma just fires firebolt.
For no reason, this poor innocent bystander.
Yeah, firebolt with a hit check of 16.
That hits.
This poor guy.
Yeah, wait. How much damage is this? Damn, the dice keeps rolling. 9.
Ah!
That's what you get.
I still don't want whatever you're selling.
Next person. You over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you seen a big old hippo man carrying rope? Apparently.
What's that?
Have you seen a hippo? A big hippo
What's a
man?
hippo?
For fuck's sake! Next
Describe
person.
what it looks like.
Describe a big, fat, gray, tall.
Take offense to the fat
You
part.
mean your mother?
To be frank, I don't remember what my mom looks like.
Damn, that sucks.
Firebolt. Fuck off. Everyone's getting firebolt. Point blank. Dirty 20.
Ah.
22 damage. He's probably dead.
This is
You
evaporated.
killed a man in the street for a your mom joke. You don't even know if he saw. He was just making funny.
Sugma goes to the closest person that saw it. If you don't tell me what I'm looking for, you might join him.
Why? I didn't do anything.
Have you seen a hippo? Have you seen a hippo?
Can you describe it for me?
Big, fat, gray. Looks like he has angerment issues.
Okay.
Carrying rope. Have you seen him?
Your mother.
About to evaporate him.
I was drinking water, you ass. I was drinking water. Then your mother. Shit. I'm mad because it was my joke first.
Exactly.
You bastard. You went that way or something? I think.
Okay. If it's wrong, I'll come back for you.
Why?
Just like I'm
Just-
coming back on your mother.
Oh my god. Going in the direction of
There's a
What they
fucking
showed.
South Park character in Salisbury. That's what it sounds like.
right. Mm. So we just follow the direction. The
You
person
just
showed-
pointed in a general direction towards the edge of town.
Oh,
You're having a good sign of a large man with the rope going outside of town with said rope.
Yeah.
oh, okay. So we can see him. Cool.
He'll fucking kill himself. I don't know.
You better not.
Was the broken arm really that bad?
Right? Like, damn. We can get you. That's why
Get you a
he
new
should have
arm.
taken the. He should have taken the doctor's thing. Back in Norwich.
Bones. I got bones.
Fresh too.
Yeah, very
Right.
fresh. You like bones? I like bones. yours for free, and then I'll replace him for a fee. Aha.
So do we see the hippo man right now?
Going towards the edge of town, you'll actually see Gareth first, where they're sitting by this
Oh.
tree, just sort of sitting, staring towards the other side of it, where there is a large mass of a being just staring off into the distance.
Hippo goes to Gareth. You know, I thought it would hurt more.
Why did you do it?
I mean, it was useless in the first place.
Couldn't we have fixed it?
Fuck no.
Okay. When you guys can get a better view of the hippo, he chopped his arm clean off.
What the hell?
The arm is still there. It's by Garrett's leg, and it's bigger than Garrett's leg.
Yeah.
I don't like it either.
Did
But
you at least amputate it?
That's
no.
that's how that works. Removing the arm is an amputation.
Yeah, he stopped the bleeding, not bleeding out.
Don't you have to do like some sort of heat thing?
He
Yeah, he
cauterized it. Yeah.
Cauterize it? Yeah. I mean, you could.
Oh,
You could just tie it off real tight.
That's hard when it's just like, because he like
One
cut
arm.
from the shoulder blade up.
He has one arm with 3 thick fingers. That ain't happening.
Fun.
He cut off
got
his
the feeling
entire like shoulder down of his left arm.
So I got this thing for you if you want it. You could get your arm back.
No, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I think I'm good.
So this ring that I have, you can grow back your arm.
I feel like I don't believe you.
You
Bruh.
can.
I will cauterize your arm right now.
It's already cauterized. I did it myself.
Sugma
you-
just casts burning hands and just touches you.
I will freeze your hand.
Violence.
Hey, don't touch me.
Burning hands.
No. Bad.
You need cauterization.
I already did that.
Clearly not. I'm doing it anyway.
Not bleeding.
No, it's not. The arm on the ground is what's not cauterized.
Hey, who gives a shit about that?
There's no nerves to feel the pain.
It's
Right.
not even attached to me.
So
Exactly.
take my burning hand or take the ring.
The hippo just takes the dismembered arm with his other hand and throws it at Sugma. Cauterize this.
I'm gonna do a dex check just to see if she'll dodge it or not.
Dodging the arm thrown at you?
14, probably not.
How much pound of arm?
Okay, so if we have a 500-pound hippo.
Oh, are we doing math?
No, I'm just
Yes.
gonna I'm just gonna say it's like a 20-pound arm.
20-pound arm just flung into Sugma's
Jesus.
face. Ooh.
Still like throwing a rock at you, but it's also bleeding.
It's a very blunt rock. God damn.
Can I take the bones out of that?
You can try. Like, why are you here?
I smell blood.
Take the arm. I don't give a shit.
I can put
Pay for it.
bones in it.
You can't take any out.
Hmm.
We'll sell the arm to you, good sir. How much?
No.
Then you don't get the arm.
He picks up part of the arm.
Sugma just there's just this fire growing on her hands. I said pay.
It was your whole
No.
arm, right?
Yes, the whole arm.
Okay. Hold, please.
Yeah, his shoulder blade down. I'm gonna
I
fix
said
it.
the ring will work.
Don't touch me.
He'll grow it back like
Fix it.
before.
Don't touch me.
There's a large range of how much a hippo weighs.
I'll help you. Come on.
Say roughly
I'll fix it.
6,000.
I will stab you.
Oh, I mean, I have to stab you.
So,
A scalpel.
a little smaller.
You know,
So just well, hold on. Actually, no, that'd be 2 arms. Let's see.
now we're having we're doing
One
that.
arm
Sigma,
would be
Victoria,
about
Queen Zara
115
said
pounds.
tenor.com.
Just send a fucking gif of Piccolo. Yeah, okay.
That's what the ring's gonna do.
No,
Well, it takes a few days, but
I'm good.
The issue with
No,
that is
it takes-
Piccolo's arm regeneration makes him weaker.
Does it actually?
Yeah, it weakens him every time he does it.
Oh shit.
Hippo, not in the mood for the we're just gonna call him the bone guy.
The bone guy.
you want your arm back or not?
No, I'm good.
Ooh, okay.
I
We're
can take it.
gonna put it on you when you sleep then.
There's
I
like a
can take it.
90% chance it won't work right.
Okay,
Like,
so I can take it.
you can take it.
Okay.
No. Pay
You can
for
take
it.
I got consent.
for
Let's
it.
go.
It's my arm. I get to say what happens to it. He can take it. I
But
don't
we-
care.
I got consent.
We
I'm gonna put
need the
bones
money.
in this.
Look, there's a very intricate system inside my body that probably won't work right with that arm anymore anyway.
Like I said, I'll take your bones for free, but if I
Okay.
replace them, there is a fee. And since I'm not
I
replacing
don't
them,
need you.
goodbye. And then he just sort of like huddles off real quick,
Good.
just dragging the arm behind him.
What's
For all you
this
know, he
system
might
in
be
your
ready to
body?
run back to Norwich with this hand. Implies
not-
he was
we're not-
following you guys on
we're
foot
gonna
for the past
follow-
few days.
We're gonna follow the rule of fate, where since I don't want to explain it, we can go. Don't worry about it.
Do you have time to understand
you're
all
gay.
of Fate lore?
I'm not giving you the entire rundown of magical circuits.
You want to learn about Akasha?
Oh, please.
Oh god, the Akash.
You want to learn what magic circuits
Oh.
are and the difference between magecraft and magic?
You want to talk about the moon?
No. You don't talk about the moon. Okay. Well, you guys have found it.
So you're still not going to the party then?
Why would he
Jefferson?
go?
You're still not going to the party?
Does the hippo have a place in the Farum?
What?
They're asking if the hippo's going to the Farum with them.
I mean, if there's an extra room, why not? If there isn't, I'll sit back.
I don't think I'll be going.
Gareth?
You just said she's probably not going.
Why is
She's
that?
not. I'm not cut out for high class stuff.
You don't have to dress high class. There's free food.
Yeah, but it's a high class thing.
But the food.
You don't see peasants attending balls.
And I wouldn't call myself high class now, would I?
I don't know.
Well, if you don't want to go, that's fine. Completely up to you. Okay. Well, we can take 4. Zare can go in with or not with a ticket, and we don't want to leave D by himself, so Zare might just sneak in if they can. And I suppose that is it until the Farium, I guess.
So as it stands, the ticket setup here is Bofa, Sugma, maybe Fangoli, or Zaire. And then like a +1, because there was 4.
Yes.
Interesting.
XYR said you
So
are
I'm
losing
guessing we're not
XYR.
doing the Farium today then.
Yep, losing XY, losing Zaire.
You're losing, Sarah. Oh.
What'd you say, Ezra?
So we're not doing the Farium today?
That depends on if you guys are wanting to. That is another day down the drain then. Well, you guys did find out quite a bit today. I'm just skeptical about doing it because people might be getting tired. In a big old roleplay setting instead of a battle setting.
Fair. If people aren't feeling up to it, then it's fine. I was just expecting it today.
Thoughts?
XYR said epic. Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.
Yeah.
I'm not really feeling it today. I'm kind of exhausted.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't get your flirt on right now.
No.
Then we shall do it most likely next week.
Slay.
Okay.
We will have everyone in one setting for quite a while next week, where we will have well, mostly everyone. We'll at least have the Mimic and Rockhead there as well, because you guys saw them have the invitations there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
We still
will
have no-
part of the main party there.
Okay.
Maybe some Tamarin there. Who knows?
Okay.
What else is going on? What were you saying, Zara, by the way?
We don't know if Fang's showing up yet.
No. Fang didn't show up today because they had homework and stuff, and they were studying for a job
Fair.
interview or whatever.
Okay.
Being an adult and stuff.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Well, is that all we are doing tonight?
I mean, there's
That-
not really any other form of plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's not really a plan.
Yeah.
Then I will let you all go for the night. Thank you for showing up today.
Alright.
We've had
Good
quite a bit